50 seats in the front are just completely empty.
Oh no. Did
And
50 Cent do it to
Basically exactly what 50 Cent did, except I think it was the venue that kind of got me, because those are like artist tickets that what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you're supposed to like dole those out.
So I walk out, it's front row's pretty empty. I start doing my my little act. At about 10 minutes in, a guy in the balcony just goes, "Fuck you, Shane, you fucking sellout piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you." He got kicked out. And I was on stage like, "Oh, fuck am I a sellout? I didn't fucking sell out." What the fuck? I was like, it must have been one of those bastard Saudis. But what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
I think he was mad he heard some of that material before.
What do you mean?
I guess he had heard that material. Because I was, of course, that's 10 minutes in. So the rest of the show, I'm just devastated.
Yeah.
Like at first, it didn't quite hit me.
Oh, it would kill me.
And then throughout the show, I was just getting sadder and sadder. Oh. And then I get off stage. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? Like, I'm talking to everybody. I'm like, what did he mean? How did I fucking tell me how I sold out?
No.
This is the rest of the night. I'm like,
you got Lincoln, dude. It's in the in the theater.
Pop, dude.
No.
And then Ethan was there. So he was like, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out exactly who that was and what was happening. And I was like, yeah, I was sick as my dogs of war upon him. My Jews. Apparently he was like arguing with security, and he was like, he did that material last time he was here. Fuck yeah, blah, blah. I haven't been to fucking Vegas.
Yeah.
I had like a guest spot on Burt's, which was probably the 15 I opened up with.
Yeah, but
so he probably heard that first 15 and was just like, I'm done with this shit. Fucking sellout. Anyway, so that was catastrophic. It's never really happened. That was a tough one.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. So that was sad.
That was that's definitely one of those formative moments. So maybe it'll give you a good fired charge.
Yeah.
Or does it just sting? So I like every now and again, I've heard of people doing like poorly on those big giant shows you do.
Yeah.
And they do.
This was a small one.
I was talking when I did terrible on the one time. I was like, that's gives you a real formative charge.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
But afterwards, though, I got like a real fire in my belly. But if there was like even like one empty table in the front, I get freaked out. I'm like, why? What is that about?
I was so mad. I was like, why would it's been sold out for a while? Why would you leave like 3 rows?
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the front, and that's all you can see. I'm just kind of talking to no one, and then all of a sudden a guy in outer space is like, "You fucking suck." I was like, shit.
You're like, what was that place Elvis got like stuck in?
Yeah.
What is that place called? What was the theater Elvis got stuck in that he had to perform?
Vegas?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was thinking Fat Elvis the whole time. I love Fat Elvis so much. Fat Elvis coming out. It's like my favorite video ever.
You know what killed him was a heart attack while he was defecating, because it was on so many narcotics. It was just.
Oh man, I never realized he was pushing that hard because
he was pushing
the pains.
Yeah. And he was probably also swiveling his hips while he pushed.
Yeah,
Those days, I think, were long gone for Elvis.
True.
I don't know. Did you ever see Fat Elvis in Vegas?
I don't
Unchained
think I have.
Melody is
it's awesome.
Fucking incredible.
So all the Pepsi, or the Cokes, or whatever.
Just he comes out, you're like, oh, this is going to be terrible.
Is that the thing where he does his karate thing?
He does a little karate up front. That's why everyone's like, Jesus, this guy's done. And then he hits Unchained Melody, and it's just,
I did see
holy
that.
shit.
It is awesome.
My thinking on it was, he's gone.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Nick, what's going on, man? We were just talking about some disastrous things that happened this weekend, but I'll be all right,
I see you got a Napoleon with Bud Light. I like that.
Yeah, that was a nice gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend's girlfriend paying that for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's new? What's new and
I'd like
shaking?
to get right into this.
Well, I'm the guy.
All right, never mind.
I'm the guy that you invite when you want to hear about child trafficking and child abuse.
Yeah.
It's really
that's one way to put it.
It's quite a distinction, I got to admit. But I do want to say, when I first met you guys, you were living in, I believe,
Queens.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Or Queens, yeah. Mm-hmm. And now you've got a sitcom on Netflix, which, if I ever get tired of being a writer, I'm going to aspire to work at a tire shop. I mean, it looks like...
We actually have a child trafficking episode.
Oh, really? Wow.
We're working on it. Got you in there.
And then I saw Matt a couple of weeks ago on Netflix, and he enumerated every reason why I've never been married.
Well, thank you, sir.
But I'm glad to be back. Always like to hang out with you guys. Always a good time.
Yeah, it's very nice to have you. This is it's very reminiscent of the Skrilla episode.
Yeah. How so?
Just
Yeah.
polar opposites. Just joking.
I thought he was like, his face isn't covered.
The last time I was on here, I was starting a nonprofit organization called
Remember that?
Epstein Justice. And what we're trying to do is get an independent congressional commission to look at the crimes committed by Epstein. Right now, some legislators are trying to get a bill through, but I don't think it's going to work. It's called a discharge petition. And they need a majority in the House, which they have, but Mike Johnson isn't swearing in this woman who became a representative in Arizona. So if they can get a majority in the House, it can become a bill. It would be Bill 165. And if they can get a majority in the House to vote on an Epstein investigation, then it'll go through Senate Majority Leader John Thune, who is very skeptical. He's not been very positive about an Epstein investigation. And if it can get through him, then it goes to a vote to the Senate. And if it can get through the Senate, then Donald Trump has to sign it into law. And
He's
Donald
definitely
Trump,
not gonna
He's
do that.
gonna. He'll sign it.
You should have burned it.
without a doubt.
What's plan B?
So what we're shooting for is an independent congressional commission where we need a majority in the House and we need a majority in the Senate, but we don't need a presidential signature.
Right.
And our plan is to harass legislators until they do the right thing and make sure that, because there's 218 that are willing to vote for this discharge petition. So there is a majority there. And I think that there would be people receptive. It's unfortunate, though, that it's partisan. I mean, all we want is a simple investigation into child trafficking, Epstein-related child trafficking, but it's become a partisan issue. When you would think that every legislator would want to vote for, yes, we need an investigation into a child trafficking network where no one has been indicted except for Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
Anytime like somebody like Thune, who if anybody's like cynical against it, it's like it's kind of it's a weird thing to be against, you know?
Thune, I mean, I look at all these guys that are against it. And I mean, it's really weird.
It's weird to be against that.
That we have congressmen and congresswomen that vote against an investigation into child trafficking. When you think about that.
It's crazy.
Well, it's also, so is the thing I'm always confused about, like, are there really like Epstein papers? Like, I find it hard to believe there's like a giant stack of papers that has a bunch of information about like high power sex offenders that's just sitting in a safe right now that people are like, no, you can't see that. Wouldn't they destroy that?
Well, I released Epstein's Black Book and flight logs in 2015. And all the perps are in that book, and all the perps are on the flight logs. I mean, there's a lot of other people that are named, but there's a lot of perps. And the day after Epstein was arrested, the FBI opened up his safe, and his safe contained
there you go,
discs and discs and discs of underage girls.
Dang.
And also, there were hard drives that were taken too. And the thing about Pam Bondi, she's saying that the FBI just started looking at this stuff a couple of months ago, which is total bullshit. I mean, the FBI and Department of Justice and whoever else was covering up for Epstein, they were looking at that stuff in 2019. It didn't like sit in some dark corner of the FBI. And now we got to look at it 6 years later. So the Trump administration has been guilty of a lot of lies. Pamela Bondi came out and said, yes, it's on my desk and we're going to release names. And then they released it and it was a nothing sandwich. I provided more incriminating information on Jeffrey Epstein and his network in 2015 than Pam Bondi did in 2025.
That's pretty weird, actually, now you say that.
And then she said that she'd been bamboozled by the FBI field office, that they had, because it was such a nothing sandwich. And then she said now she has a truckload of evidence. And she said,
it's never great. Whole truckload of CP.
Yeah, what's the protocol for them watching? Is there like a specific government protocol? You have to literally watch child pornography. Like, how do they do? Is there like a 30-second increment thing, or like how do they do that?
I don't know. They probably hire some pervs or something. It's
There's probably plenty of them in the government. That's perfect.
We got a couple guys that'll volunteer over there.
No, for real, that's like fucked up to have to watch
Of course.
it. Yeesh.
So
Yeah, it's like life altering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pam Bondi then said, she keeps digging herself into a deeper and deeper hole. She said, only matters related to national security would be redacted. So now she has to tell us what a bunch of child molesters have to do with national security. And then ultimately they put out a memo that no one signed that said that there were 300 gigabytes impounded from Jeffrey Epstein, that there are over 1,000 victims, and that Jeffrey Epstein just downloaded these thousands of hours of pornography from the internet. And he molested over 1,000 victims without any help except from Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, total bullshit. And Bondi had said earlier that there were videos of Epstein molesting underage girls. So the lies have just kept mounting and mounting and mounting. And I think that that's why this case is being kept alive. One of the reasons why is people want to know the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's also just disappointing because that's like the one thing, because like with the shutdown and everything, it's like they're bickering over this and that, but definitely having sex with children, you'd think they'd kind of pop the mask off and like, all right, we'll get to the bottom of this one. If they're punting that around, it's like, man, these guys really will lie about anything. Sad.
Yeah.
It really shows how degenerate our government is. And then Mike Johnson, who's the House Majority Speaker, he said that, and this is really bizarre, he adjourned the House early so it couldn't vote on Massey's discharge bill, which would have had the representatives vote on whether or not there should be an Epstein investigation. And then we found out that he had an app on his phone called Covenant Eye.
Yeah.
And his son also has Covenant Eye, so they can monitor each other's consumption of pornography. Yeah. That's our Speaker of the House. And
at least he wasn't there, probably. That's fair. Or maybe that's where he was. Changes
that could cut both ways.
Yeah, true. Get back from the trip, be like, look, son, we're going to start cracking down on this whole thing here.
Yeah, it's time to make some changes.
And then he told an unbelievable lie that Donald Trump was an informant working for the FBI, spying on Epstein. And that was such an egregious lie that he had to walk it back. So
hold on, he claimed Donald Trump was there as like a secret high-level informant.
Yeah, as an informant.
00 Trump was down there on the massage table.
Yeah.
And now he's not opening up the House, so that discharge petition cannot be voted on. I mean, but even if that discharge petition makes it through the House and makes it through John Thune and makes it through the Senate, it's never going to make it through Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, but we have a president, and I don't have Trump derangement syndrome, but we do have a president that's committed to not making sure that there's an investigation into a bunch of child molesters.
Would you say there's a chance that Trump is trying to hide that investigation because he knows the people that would release it would use him as, like, they would maybe insert him more than he was into it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they might weaponize it against him if you let the Democrats lead the investigation. Now that's just, I'm just playing.
No, that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
I think what Trump is hiding, Trump might be involved. I mean, with Epstein, people pretty much knew what John McCain's widow was being interviewed about Epstein, and she said that everybody knew what Epstein was about.
Yeah.
So it's not like a secret that what Epstein was about.
Yeah.
And Trump hung out with him for a long time.
Now, the thing I've always been told is he stopped hanging out with him after the first time Epstein got caught in Florida.
No, it was before. Okay, so there's two stories about that.
Yeah.
There's that Epstein did something very inappropriate to an underage girl at Mar-a-Lago. Mm-hmm. And then the other story is that they had a bidding war on a mansion in Florida, and that for some reason that ended their friendship. We really don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like, damn pedophile outbidded me, son of a bitch. Yeah, because didn't Bill Gates still hang out with him after he got busted for? Because he got busted on record for pedophilia.
Yeah, in Florida. Then
in 2007.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cover story is that Bill Gates was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein in 2011. Mm-hmm. But there's an article by the Evening Standard, a UK paper, that talks about them doing business in the 1990s.
Okay.
So we have no idea of how long Bill Gates has been hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein.
Gotcha.
I would say the big thing for me is who's hanging out with him after he got busted in '07. Was that the first time Epstein got busted for underage stuff?
Yeah.
That would be, to me, a pretty important marker as to who's still hanging out with him after that.
Well, John Burns, the head of the CIA, hung out with Jeffrey Epstein.
Another undercover agent, son of a bitch.
Who's not a spy in this?
I think Bill Gates' wife came out and said he was chilling with Epstein after he got indicted.
Was this all just to capture Chris Tucker? Was this all just to bring down Tucker?
Let's take down Hawkins, man. They had
That
to take
damn
down
Chris
Hawkins.
Tucker.
Yeah. They got Spacey, Tuckman, and fucking Hawking. This is all for that.
It was Spacey and Tucker and Clinton on Epstein's plane.
Yeah.
Now you know that something very aberrant went down there with those.
Aberrant's a good word.
Allegedly.
Yeah, dude, I don't
Allegedly.
know. Yeah, true.
This whole podcast, allegedly.
Exactly. We're merely speculating. But yeah, I mean, so do you worry the kind of like appetite for justice will fizzle out under all kind of the current just people just, I guess obfuscating's the word, just being like, whatever, who cares? Let's move on. We got bigger fish to fry.
I don't think so. I mean, this thing has been covered. The Bush 2 covered it up. I mean, he was the guy that got the ball rolling on the cover up. And
you
in
explain
2007.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then Biden covered it up.
Yeah.
And Obama covered it up. And Trump covered it up. So it's been
the
covered
hell
up by
happened?
4 different presidents.
Jesus Christ.
Must have
And
been the sickest part. It's Project X, dude. Fucking they did it, dude.
Hawkins had the ski goggles on. Yeah, like, that makes it seem so horrible.
It's the party of the century. Fucking, they can't tell their parents.
I mean, that's so damning if every single...
4 presidents.
Yeah.
Where Trump got himself into trouble is he said he'd be transparent about it.
Yeah, I know.
And Epstein is a Pandora's box. Once you open that, once Pandora's box is opened, the curse comes out.
Yeah.
And Trump thought that, I believe that Trump thought he could open it ever so slightly and slam it shut. But as soon as he opened it, the curse came out.
Yeah.
And he is hemorrhaging MAGA because of this issue. There's a lot of MAGA people that have just, the Trump administration and Mike Johnson have just been filled with so much bullshit that they've completely embarked on a different path than Donald Trump. I mean, they've jumped ship.
Would you say that the Epstein thing seems like a Mossad and CIA? Is it like joint to you, or is it just Mossad? Or
It's entirely possible. People say it's just Mossad, and I can't imagine the Mossad compromising American politicians on American soil without the CIA getting a cut.
Yeah.
I look at the Mossad and the CIA, at least the dark side of the Mossad. It's like the Gambino and the Genovese crime family.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both engaged in the same criminality, and they work together instead of working against each other. And Virginia Giuffre, her memoir came out a couple of days ago, and she talked about a prime minister that beat her up, and that was really vicious with her. And I knew Virginia. I got to know her pretty
fucking
well.
Angela Merkel?
Virginia told me that it was a Ehud Barak.
Fucking Merkel.
Sorry.
Merkel got in there. That's terrible. Laid the lumber. Allegedly. No, it was.
It was Ehud Barak, the prime
okay.
minister.
Whoa, okay. I was going to say, why didn't she name him?
She just said prime minister in her book, but she told me
That's
that,
Turkey, right?
Shit.
that it was Ehud Barak.
Is that Turkey?
No, he was the prime minister of Israel.
Oh, jeez.
And he was also head of Israeli intelligence at one point, too.
Yikes.
So that's how high this goes. It goes to the former prime minister of Israel, and it goes very, very high in American politics, too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're not going to get that.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell us that.
They're going to need like a Snowden type figure.
Well, and I think that's why Americans really want to know how corrupt their political system is. And I've been writing about political blackmail for 22, 23 years. And I think that our political system is rife with blackmail. Even if Trump isn't involved with Epstein, he's protecting a system that's heavily compromised. I mean, that's what I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that as far as I can, I mean, I don't really know much about the government, but yeah, if they can't release that, if they do have damning evidence that they can't release, it's kind of proof, You know, I mean, their whole thing is kind of like, dude, there's nothing there. People are hyping this all up. It's not what they said it was, but I don't know.
There's
like
over
there could be.
1,000 victims that we know of.
There you go.
And
There's good counterpoint.
we know, we know that, and then we know the procurers. We know who a bunch of the procurers are.
What?
I mean, the New York Times has written an article on 6 procurers, and Politico has written an article on 5 procurers. So we could take those procurers and indict them on multiple counts of child trafficking, and then they would roll over on the perps, and then you've got a bunch of victims who would be willing to testify against the perps. I mean, this whole thing could be taken care of really quickly if the Department of Justice had the will. If Pamela Bondi and Kash Patel weren't lying their asses off, this could be taken care of.
Yeah, that was the one thing that kind of sunk them when they were asked directly, like, were you told to warn Trump if anything came up, kind of like indicting him or, you know, alleging that he was involved? And they would be like, why are you even asking me this? Which is kind of like, dude, it's a yes or no, man. Just say yes, but yeah.
But that's also the thing where it's like, I'm not defending Trump again, but it's like there's an idea where he could be like, the intelligence communities have been trying to get him.
Yes.
Some parts of the intelligence community have been trying to get him for a while.
For sure.
It's like, who knows, under the last...
Yeah.
If they like slid some fucking names in there of like, well, Trump did this also. You just add it to the fucking file.
Yeah.
And then when he's like, I'm going to release it, and he opens it, and it's like, oh shit, they said I did a bunch of shit.
They got me. The letter.
I don't know.
What do you think about the letter? No, true. That
But
letter.
he was obviously, you know, he was boys with him.
Who knows? Yeah, exactly. But say the letter's not real. That would have scared me. If I was the president and they came up with a thing, be like, yo, this guy wrote this, I'd be like, fuck.
Now,
this.
you guys think the letter is real?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I have a hard time believing that Rupert Murdoch would have published it without vetting it. And if you look at the birthday book and the other entries, it's consistent with what's in the birthday book.
Yeah.
So
you believe the letter's real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Can he draw like that? That was like kind of fucking impressive, honestly. Taken out of the context.
I mean, he probably had a kid do it.
I
was impressed with the handwriting. I don't have very legible handwriting.
No, so but even shaping it like the...
Yeah.
Also, the wordplay, again, just taken out of context, was, I thought, fairly strong. Judging it as a piece of prose, I was like, damn, I didn't know Trump had that in him. Blood of the poets coursing through him.
So, I've been in this reality for a long time. I've been investigating Epstein since 2012. What do you guys think? I mean, what's your surmise on all this?
Part of me if I'm being honest, it's like there is something awesome about being like, yeah, all the guys on top are sick perverts and I get to take them down. So there's part of me that like not wants it to be true, but I get like excited for that to come out. So I try not to get too like, yeah, it's definitely the case. But you know, the more and more people who really research it tend to be like, yeah, it was definitely a giant conspiracy that's being covered up. So I kind of believe that. I think it's yeah, I think there's a strong possibility it's a horrible, terrible conspiracy that's getting covered up by super powerful people.
Yeah.
So
89% of the American people want the Epstein files to be released. And the government...
Shout out to those 11%.
Yeah, I was thinking, there's probably 11% are probably pedophiles.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think they actually, they polled, I don't know what country it was in, but they were like, should we relax the child, like the pedophilia laws? And I do think there were 14% of people, it was either pedophilia or child pornography, were like, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, Alan Dershowitz is on record saying that child pornography should be legal.
Yeah, dude.
He was one of Epstein's swell.
Maybe it was a podcast. Maybe he might have been doing a podcast. It might have been out of context. He might have been joking.
Damn, what's his argument for that? Being like,
I probably have that quote at some point, dude. We've done this for a million hours. I'm sure there was one night where I jokingly said that.
Dershowitz is a serious man.
I'm serious as hell. Fucking sell out. Fuck you.
Matt, stop laughing and get quiet. Matt, seriously, I know we fuck around a lot, but I want to make it a really important point.
Thing I want to say.
You in 2017.
Legalize it.
It's you in 2017.
Legalize it.
Matt, seriously, you fucking stop messing around. I want to make a point. So why did Dershowitz say that?
I think Alan has some psychological issues
fair.
towards women. I busted him lying. And he was sued by, Virginia Giuffre's affidavit came out in 2015, and she said that she'd been molested by Alan Dershowitz and Prince Andrew and Jean-Luc Brunel. And Alan Dershowitz went on the offensive and he
He's
was
like, I don't
talking.
think it's a crime.
What's that?
What was his offensive? Like, I don't think it's a crime.
Well, no, his offensive was, I never fly without my wife.
Oh, yeah, the pants.
And then the pants too. And then the flight logs that I had that I put up showed that he was definitely flying without his wife.
Liar.
So he told American lawyer that he only flew with his wife. And then I nailed him lying. I said, are you sure you want to go with this? And then he said, well, maybe I forgot, this girl.
Forgot to bring her to the sex island.
And then he changed his tune
that's
because
right. She wasn't there.
She would have hated it. Wait, so he did? He changed it and I was like, okay, so maybe sometimes I do.
Well, he changed his tune in a deposition, and he said that his wife flew with him on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. So, I busted Alan.
Dang.
And lying.
He had to change it up a little bit.
He had to change it up a little bit after that article came out.
What office does this guy hold? What does he do? I always hear his name. I don't know really what he does.
Well, I mean, he's a retired Harvard law professor, but he's made his name defending rapists and murderers.
Jesus.
Like Mike Tyson and O.J. Simpson. And he's got a long list of malignant types that he's defended.
Okay.
Klaus von Bülow. That's his thing, is trying to show innocence to the most guilty, malignant people on the face of the earth. That seems to be his thing.
So how'd you get into all this? What got you kind of, it seems to be like a crazy thing to kind of buckle down into. How'd you get into this? I
had a difficult childhood, and that's kind of the reason why. I have a lot, before I even got into writing about this really weird shit, I'd written a lot about children's issues. And my mom was a Playboy bunny, and I never knew my father. I was born in Minneapolis, and then we moved to Chicago where she was a bunny, and then we moved in with another bunny.
Whoa.
So when I was a kid, I was raised by bunnies. And and Freud's Oedipus complex.
Let's get into it, yeah. You're in the hutch.
Freud's Oedipus complex has been largely dismissed, but I really like carrots. I ate a lot of carrots, so I don't know what.
So it's just bunnies. So what would Freud say about it? Because there's supposed to be the fear of the father castrating you. You had no fear of the castration.
I didn't meet my dad till I was 16.
Oh, yeah.
So it was, it's kind of funny. My mom told me how bad my dad was.
Yeah.
My grandmother told me how bad my dad was. My uncles told me how bad my dad was. And then when I met him, he was much worse.
Oh, shit. I thought he was going to be the man. Yeah. Sounds like he was the man, dude.
So
probably jealous. You're hanging out with bunnies. You're really fucking pumped.
Well, it was a good gig as a kid to hang out with bunnies. I mean, there wasn't anybody to play with.
For sure.
But the bunnies were always really nice to me.
That's nice.
And my mom went to LA. My mom and I went to LA. She split Chicago. We went to LA. And, but we lived with 2 women, and one of them married a mafioso, and one of them became a prostitute, and a high-class prostitute. And then my mom ultimately married an attorney. So he was an asshole, but she got the best bet of the best deal.
So just to bring it back, so why was your dad, like, what was your impression of your dad when you finally met him at 16? Like, what did he do that you were like, damn, this guy is a fucking asshole?
But I mean, he dripped of it. I mean, there wasn't a benevolent bone in his body. I mean, just a really nasty, foul human.
Damn.
Being. Yeah.
So you met him, and I'm sure you were pretty like stoked to meet the guy finally. And what did he do? Was he just like?
Yeah, I probably met him 10 times in my life.
Okay.
I've got a rare neurological disorder that I've had 2 major neurosurgeries for. It's called dystonia, and it disfigures people. Mm-hmm. And there's only 2 neurosurgeons in the country that perform the kind of surgery that I need. One's in Jacksonville, Florida. One's at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester. And my last neurosurgery was about 10 years ago. And I called up my dad. I hadn't talked to him in a while. And I said, I'm going to have neurosurgery, and I'm going to have to get cleared before I go back to New York. So I'm going to need a place to stay. And he said, you got yourself into this You get yourself out of that.
What an asshole. So you're absolutely right. The guy's a fucking asshole. Class A jerk.
His son's about to have major neurosurgery.
Hey, you did this to yourself, asshole.
You got to get yourself out of this.
Oh man.
So that is my dad in a nutshell.
Yeah.
What a hard ass.
He died last year. I hadn't seen him in 20 years. I mean, we talked on the phone occasionally, but I went and saw him before he died. And
What did he die from? If you don't mind me asking.
Neurosurgery.
Yeah.
I think it was his heart that ultimately. But you know, the guy, I got to admit, as far as alcoholics go, the way that he drank, all his brothers died in their early 60s, but he made it to his mid 80s.
Kept it rolling.
Yeah, I mean, impressive.
Yeah, the hate fueled him.
The hate will fuel you.
So my mom
Yeah, he
and
probably doesn't even remember that phone call for the. He was probably hammered. Like, you know what? You got yourself into this. Fucking get out of it. He was probably always like, "What the fuck is my son's problem? I don't know why this guy's so mad at me."
That's a fair point.
well, actually, he did get mad at me, and he told his wife that if I called, he didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
really
just can't
sorry
beat
about that.
unconditional paternal love like that.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
So my mom ultimately married this corporate lawyer, and he was a very violent guy. All the women on my mom's side of the family marry violent assholes or drunk assholes. And he was pretty violent towards me, and my mom was cool with it. And after one kind of particularly nasty beating I took in the living room, I ran away. I was 12.
Damn.
And I'm really glad that I didn't get that far when I was 12 years old, because a lot of bad things can happen to 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then I was sent to, it was a military school. It was, I was in 8th grade. I was 13, so it wasn't quite, it was St. James Shattuck. Shattuck was the military part. St. James was when you got into 9th grade, you went into Shattuck. But it was the same kind of hazing. It was brutal. It was really violent. The first 2 books that we read were the Bible and Lord of the Flies. I mean, that was how that place indoctrinated. And it was really violent. I was a good student. I was a good athlete. And my mother and stepfather said that I didn't have to go back if I did well. So I did well. And they said, well, since you've done so well, we're going to send you back. And I said, I'm not going back there. And they said, well, you got to go back. And I said, no, I'm not going back. And they said, well, we'll put you in foster care. And by this time I hadn't done anything.
Jesus, man.
And then I ultimately ended up going to public school. But at that point,
So they didn't put you in foster care. You called their bluff on the...
Yeah. And then
Kicking
at
you out
that
of the
point,
house.
I started smoking weed.
Sick.
And I went from like a straight A student to failing classes. I mean, it was...
Yeah,
And
that's
damn, the weed was like 2% THC back then.
No, weed's a perfect gateway into Epstein. Smoke a little weed, you go, these motherfuckers are pedophiles. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Damn, so you started toking.
And then I tuned in, turned on, and dropped out basically. And
Just off the weed, or were you taking anything else?
I was doing other stuff too. And then I got kicked out of a high school. And then I ultimately ended up at a high school that an avocado could have graduated from. I mean, this high school, they gave us...
Reading. Reading, PA. We got a couple avocado grads. We got some avocado grads.
Some Haas avocados. So then you say you got through. They pushed you through.
Well, so at this high school, they gave us pinball machines, foosball tables, pool tables, and smoking lounges.
That's awesome.
To keep us there. They really, I mean, and I knew that some of my friends were dropping out, and I was a major knucklehead at that point, still kind of a knucklehead, but I realized I would never have an easier ride for the rest of my life than this high school. So I graduated from the high school, and then I started hitchhiking around the country.
Jesus.
And that was really a good time.
What year was this?
I started hitchhiking around about 79.
Whoa.
And the 60s as like a cultural movement went from like 1959 through like the 70s. And when I was there's a book by Jack Kerouac called The Dharma Bums. And And
It's gonna be the road, but whatever. The road, I know.
Wait, what's it called again?
Dharma bums.
Dharma
and on the
bums.
road, too. They're both about, hitchhiking around.
Didn't one of his friends try to levitate the Pentagon? I think it was Allen Ginsberg.
Sounds awesome.
Him and his friend try to levitate. They try to meditate until the Pentagon started levitating off the ground. It's like a big thing during Vietnam.
Literally the dumbest dudes of all time. I wonder if the Pentagon took him seriously at all, though.
I think they probably did.
Pentagon was probably, they're outside. They're trying to levitate us right now. Everybody, hold on to something. We're going to get levitated.
It might have been Ginsberg.
I think it was Ginsberg. You're right. It was
Dumbest
Ginsberg.
fucks alive are outside. It's our worst nightmare.
Because there's people in Vietnam, they would get reports and be like, I don't know, like, what's going on back home? Like, I don't know, some fucking weird poet's trying to levitate the Pentagon. They're like, motherfuckers, jerks.
Yeah. We're send two guys out there to beat the fuck out of him.
You went to West Point, right?
Very, very briefly, yeah. A couple weeks.
Why did you? Why was it such a short tenure?
I knew I wasn't going to make it before I got there. The last like 2 months leading up to it, I was like, I made a huge mistake. And then as soon as I got there, I knew I made a huge mistake. Yeah, that was it.
Did it change your perspective on life? Is that what made you decide to become?
I mean, it was a giant, humiliating failure, so that probably helped.
Set you up for comedy.
I was young. I was like 17, and I experienced like a town-wide humiliation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my whole town was excited about it.
Oh, wow.
And 3 weeks later, I was on my parents' couch. They were like, you fucking loser. Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it was very...
I thought you'd just get out and be like, wasn't for me. But yeah, it's,
yeah, I mean, you think that.
Yeah.
No one's going to care. No one's going to make fun of me for the rest of my life.
True, especially in Central PA. Yeah.
Central PA, they were fucking pumped I was going.
Yeah. That book I'm reading right now, Vietnam Percasey, or Percasey, whatever it's called. They talk about how he's just like he's in high school. Him and his friend are like playing, soldiers at like 13.
Yeah.
17 comes around. He's like, bro, send me to the Marines. And I really think, because back then they didn't have the internet, so like. They're like, I'm going to join the Marines. I think they thought people would be like, welcome, hero. Here's your quest.
Yeah.
And you're just screamed at on a bus from day one. Like, get the fuck. I'll fuck your mom, you little bitch. And then you're just like, they got there and they're like, this isn't at all what we thought was going to happen.
Well, yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
That does happen. And West Point, the same. Now, the boot camp's not like that serious.
Yeah.
But it is different, especially when you're recruited for football.
Yeah.
Every time I would go visit there, I'd be like, this place is awesome.
Oh,
everyone's having a blast,
tricked you.
dude. This is all great. And you get there and they're like,
bitch.
Yeah. And I wasn't as smart as everyone else there. And there was a lot. I did not belong. So.
Because after my year of regimentation at Shattuck St. James, I mean, that was it. I was done. And I hadn't really been turned on to church or God or anything like that. And they were really heavy on God and violence. And I just kind of discarded everything once I started getting high.
Yeah.
I had a lot of anxiety with my stepfather. And then I had a lot of anxiety with that school because it was very violent. And once I started getting high, that anxiety just kind of melted away from me.
Tight.
And that kind of was my trajectory. But being on the road at that point was a really good time because you'd meet other Dharma bums, and we were all young and idealistic and looking for ourselves, looking for the world, looking for America, and it was really a good time.
Then how'd that bleed into the 80s though? Because then the 80s, didn't that become a whole different thing?
The 80s was different. I got off the road when I was, I think about 82.
Okay.
I noticed one thing about my fellow Dharma bums. Dharma is the Pali word for truth, and bum is the American word for bum. And my fellow Dharma bums, as they got older, their Dharma was receding, which only leaves bum. So
I think that's how most bums, it's pretty typical. And then cocaine came around.
Yeah.
I did some of that,
Yeah. That probably changed the whole vibe. You guys became venture capitalists.
But I ended up at the University of Minnesota. They had a program where if you hadn't been to school in 4 years, you could take classes, and if you did well, you'd matriculate. And so that's what happened is I took classes. So I got very lucky that they had that.
You're a
program.
golden gopher.
Golden Gophers, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I mean,
Golden Gophers.
football team has sucked since 1960.
Yeah.
But I
Now they got a guy right now. The coach is doing all right. Fleck. You go. Look
Yeah,
him up.
yeah.
Oh, you know about Fleck?
yeah, I know about Fleck, yeah.
He could row the boats, dude. They could be all right.
He's highly entertaining. He kind of reminds me of the Music Man, that musical,
Yeah.
where he thinks that he's making people think that he's actually got a good football team.
He's doing all right.
But Ohio State beat the U of M like 41-3 or something.
That'll happen. Don't do that to everybody. But they beat Nebraska.
They
The
did beat
Gophers
Nebraska.
beat Nebraska. That was nice.
But Nebraska's been pretty bad since Tom Osborne split. So
Yeah, damn, dude. I didn't know you knew ball. Ball and Epstein? Let's go.
This is the Golden Gophers breakout combo. So nice. I love this. So you went to college. You're back. Yeah.
I took philosophy class. I liked philosophy classes. Had it been not for philosophy class, I don't think I would have been able to make it through college, but I majored in philosophy. Well, actually, it was kind of a rigorous major. It was philosophy and hallucinogenics.
Sick.
And,
Damn.
and which left me very confused.
Now you have Matt's attention.
You might be a master manipulator.
Yeah, dude. You're Mossad.
Yeah, that will get you.
But I love, to this day, I still love philosophy. I mean, I started reading philosophy when I was like 15, so Eastern philosophy. And I think that I took one journalism class, and I thought it was the most boring thing I'd ever encountered in my life. Because I was thinking about journalism, but I took that one class, and I said I could never do journalism.
Good for you.
Little did you know.
Well, I ultimately was hired by the University of Minnesota Medical School to write academic papers on things that had to do with ethics. And that was a good gig. I did it for about 5 years, and it paid really well. I mean, because you've got a philosophy degree, they're going to do that or teach or drive a cab, one or the other. And I liked doing that. I kind of was, my colleagues were, the hypocrisy was kind of getting to me. And I realized that I'm a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites. But my colleagues didn't realize their hypocrisy. So I felt like I was a superior hypocrite than them. Yeah. And when you start thinking that you're a superior hypocrite, they kind of push you out there. Yeah. But something happened. I had started to moonlight as a journalist. And there was this woman who she ran an organization that helped prostitutes get off the street. And she was a little crazy, but she said that there was a serial killer killing prostitutes. And the Minneapolis police, St. Paul police denied it.
Not in Minnesota.
Not in Minnesota, yeah. The nice Midwest.
Yeah,
and so I went to the State Bureau of, I think it's something, they gave me a readout of the age, the sex, and the way someone died. And then I went to the databases for the Minneapolis newspaper and St. Paul newspaper, and I compiled a list of 38 women who had been stabbed, strangled, or beaten to death in like the previous 8 years. And it was pretty damning. And I went to and most of them were prostitutes. And I went to the cops and I said, "You still want to see it? There's no serial killer." Yeah. And I went to the Minneapolis police, and I went to the St. Paul police. And then the article got published, and actually a task force was formed to catch this guy. They never caught him. I think there might have been up to 3 of them, but anyway, they were never caught. And I'd written these academic papers for 5 years, and I'd written a book that was, I thought, a pretty good book, or I'd co-authored a book, and it got nothing done. And here I write an article, and there's a task force formed. So that's why I kind of changed gears and got into journalism.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You got to look into Austin.
Yeah.
You might have something.
I mean, the FBI is even cop to it.
Yeah. How many? Do they? I guess it's a hard thing to have statistics on. Do they know how many serial killers are like on average in a country in a given time? Is there like always like 5 or 6 of them kicking around?
Okay, so the FBI, when I was writing about serial killers, I haven't written about, since I'm writing about government malfeasance, it's so much more evil than serial killers.
Yeah,
but
that's bad.
But the FBI said that there were 50 at any given time, but I talked to other people that said that it's more like probably 200.
Dang.
Yeah. Was that around MK Ultra? Isn't there like a correlation? Like people try to.
There's a really good book written by a guy named Dave McGowan, and he showed that a number of serial killers were either like in the Phoenix program, which was in Vietnam, or they'd been somehow entangled with the government. He made an argument that some had been through MK Ultra. And it's called Program to Kill. Really a good book.
Yeah.
Really a good
Damn,
book.
I didn't know
I
that.
strongly suggest it to anybody that's into serial killers and the government creating serial killers.
Dang.
Matt took LSD, and I've seen a darkness in his eyes since then. He might be Matt MK Ultra himself, but he's going to strangle a hooker.
I need a conservatorship immediately. I need to move back in with my parents. I should move my whole family back in with my parents and be like, guys, I can't stop thinking about killing gay guys in Austin. Take me in. That'd be nice, actually.
What was your jump off point? Did you go to college or did you?
I did. I kept going to college after West Point. I went to Elon, failed out of there, went to Harrisburg Area Community College, and then I went to Westchester University. And then while I was at Westchester, I started doing stand-up a little. And that was it. Just kept doing stand-up.
And you were kind of hooked?
Yeah, for sure.
I read Lenny Bruce's book, How to Talk Dirty and Influence People. And the first time that he got up in front of a crowd and got laughs, he said he was hooked.
Yeah, that's typically how it works. How about you, Matt?
Same thing. Yeah.
You got the
When you
bug.
get the room laughing, you go, oh, this is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And then you bomb and you go, I fucking hate myself. And then they laugh.
Especially
again.
outside of that, when the rest of your life you're a giant loser.
Yeah.
You have 5 minutes once a week where you're like, yeah, maybe I'm cool.
So when I was hitchhiking, I lived on the ashram of a guru. And I might have talked about that with you guys. When I got there, I was really influenced by Eastern philosophy, the Beatles, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, all that Dharma bums, all that stuff. And I went and lived with this on the ashram of this Indian guru, and I was learning meditation and yoga. And one day I was talking to the guru, and I could have sworn I smelled cigarettes on his breath. Now, he was an enlightened being, a celibate. He was like our conduit to God. And I went to one of the people on the ashram, who I'd eventually call the pod people. I went to one of the pods, and I said, I could have swore I smelled cigarettes on Swami's breath. That couldn't be possible, could it? And he goes, well, here's the thing with that. He has to have one vice to keep him tethered to this plane of reality. So he can teach us. And I went, oh, okay. And
I bet you he has 2 vices. I bet you there's another vice coming,
and
it's fucking all the women.
yes, that was the second one.
Yeah, of
And then-
course.
That's best case scenario.
Every single time. Yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, there could be a third.
And then the third
Some
one was
guys' butts too.
embezzling money from his more affluent initiates.
Well, you got to be able to do it. It's the only way.
And I was thinking to myself, this guy must be very spiritually advanced if he has to do all that just to stay on this plane of reality so he can teach us.
It's happened to Bernie Madoff. He was just trying to stay down in this realm.
And then I got kicked out of there, and then I hitchhiked to New York, and where I stayed for a while, and then I hitchhiked around a little bit. I ended up in Arkansas with some hillbillies. I lived with some hillbillies, and they were, in Pulp Fiction, Zed and his buddy in the cellar.
Oh no.
They kind of remind me of Zed and his buddy. And they liked me, though. I was a novelty, the Yankees. So I lived with them for a while, and I worked on a road crew. We were building a highway. We were getting paid $3.50 an hour, which was really hard work. And then they were kind of getting tired of me, and they had a lot of guns, and I didn't want to be a mound in the backyard. So I eventually hitchhiked around, and then I hitchhiked to L.A.
So did you meet them hitchhiking, or did you just kind of like wander into there? How do you kind of fall in with a bunch of hillbillies in Arkansas?
They pick you up hitchhiking.
Really?
Yeah, and that's the way it was back then. I mean, people would pick you up hitchhiking, and you could. Sometimes they'd put you up for a night. Sometimes they'd put you up for. It all depended. I was a good guy to party with. I was fun. I'm not going to rip anybody off.
Yeah.
I didn't have any psychopathic inclinations, so people were pretty generous to me when I was hitchhiking around. And then I ultimately ended up in L.A., where I tried stand-up comedy.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you were saying that.
And I would get loaded and then do the amateur night at the Comedy Store and at the Improv. And it wasn't, sometimes I was successful, sometimes I wasn't.
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah.
But I thought it was tough because at that point in my life, I did not have the self-esteem to handle bombing. And I think it takes a certain amount of self-esteem to handle bombing or self-delusion or something.
I would say more delusion.
Yeah, delusion.
Not a lot of steam going on.
And maybe a lack of self-esteem,
Yeah.
like a complete zero self-esteem to just be like, yeah, I know. After you bomb, you go, yeah, of course, I suck.
Yeah, I get done and be like, those fools don't know anything.
Yeah, you can also hit that a lot, for sure.
No, it's always, I suck.
Yeah.
How long did it take you guys to get to the point where you felt pretty comfortable on stage?
I don't know.
I at least, even just like pretty comfortable is like 14 years to where you're not like completely like, this sucks. I was just in Buffalo this weekend and I was like, I was pretty chill. I was back there like pretty confident. And I like thought back to, I think just like maybe 2 years ago, 3 max, when I did that place the first time. And I was like an absolute nervous wreck the entire week. I like remember it vividly. I had brought my wife. I had a baby at the time. And I remember just like I didn't talk to her the whole time. I was like completely out of my head with nerves. I'd be in the green room like, this is wrong. I shouldn't be here. Like completely harsh on myself.
Get that.
Yeah,
I get that all the time.
Yeah, but this was like maybe I don't know. I'd be like I was just on edge completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's not that bad anymore. But I was like, man, I was kind of happy about it. I'm like, damn, I don't know, something. I've made some progress on some weird metric inside, but yeah,
Were
I remember.
you nervous when you did the Netflix show?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous. Yeah, that was a bad feeling to see like 30 something people there to like film it, and you go, oh fuck, I'm the subject of this thing. You go, this is a mistake.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
Where'd you get that cut?
My friend.
Thing's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. She's Jamaican too, so it's kind of makes it count a little.
That's
more.
awesome. She's Jamaican?
Yeah, it's my wife's friend.
You guys are sharing gifts.
Yeah, it's my wife's friend. She gifts me this coffee mug.
Real bad man.
23.
Real bad man. She give me the cup. It wasn't me.
And you've got this sitcom. Is it easy to interact with other actors?
Most of the people on the show are just our friends.
Okay.
From Philly, yeah. It's very easy. It's very low pressure.
Because some comics can make the leap to sitcoms and other ones can't.
We'll see if we can keep it going.
I
That'd
like
be nice.
the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
As I said, it's fun.
My dad loves it too. He's always
Really?
like, my dad. He's like, he watches it all the time.
Matt's in it. Matt's got 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been typecasted. I'm just a cop.
He's a cop.
People dude, I've been asked to do a cop too. I'm totally typecasted.
Really?
Just cops for
I mean,
me.
if you get that crew cut, you're fully a fucking cop. You're fully a cop.
I've only had one other person ask.
You guys have become stars since I was first on the show, and I've just become old and grizzled. You know, it's
I'm getting pretty grizzled
You're
too.
dealing with some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, true. He did
Take it out.
hit the road again.
it does. I mean, that reality is so dark. To tell you the truth, I don't really know how when I first came across it in Omaha and I saw how many kids had been destroyed and how it had been covered up, I just said, these fuckers are going to have to kill me to stop me. This is just too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Epstein came along and I thought, because I wrote a pretty good book on the Omaha network,
Yeah.
but we couldn't get it. People just didn't want to believe that the government would be involved in something like that. And then Epstein came along, and then that kind of gave me a second wind. And because I spent 7 years on that first book, and I was doing podcasts where people are asking me about the Illuminati and shapeshifting and reptilians and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I'd worked so hard on this book, and nobody was buying it. And now people are buying it a lot. So because of Epstein. I mean, Epstein has given the book a resurgence.
Wait, so what would you say when you'd be on those programs? They'd be asking about like shape-shifting reptilians. Would you just be
I
like...
would say something pretty snarky, and then they would get upset with me. And then that'd kind of be the end of a congenial conversation.
That would kind of piss me off if I spent 4 years researching and writing a book. You know, like, what about interdimensional reptilian avatars?
Well, I was... there were these I guess Evangelical, they had a conspiracy show. I guess it was relatively big, and I'd never heard of them, but I talked to them like about a month before I was going to go on. I said, you guys should really read the book, because there's a lot of apocrypha floating around on the internet about this. And then they called me up, and they were very happy, Evangelical. Hey, Nick, how you doing? And and I asked them, did you read the book? And they said, no, but we've been cruising the internet, and we know a lot. And then, like, one of the first questions the dude asked me was about the Illuminati, and then there was some other crazy questions. I said, man, you obviously have not read this book. And
wasn't there some evangelicals in Florida in the book? Or whatever, didn't they say they were like a church group? The van of
the Finders.
Yeah, the Finders.
Oh yeah,
well, that was just a weird cult.
Yeah.
And so the guy said, "Well, what politicians have been compromised?" And I said, "Well, it's really kind of impossible to explain to you the politicians that have been compromised unless you really understand the kind of power that was deployed to cover this up. There were 2 grand juries in Nebraska and 1 grand jury in D.C. that covered this up." So I can name names, but it wouldn't have any meaning without. And then he started yelling, "Who are the politicians? Who are the politicians?" And then, because I'd been a little snarky myself, so that was the end. And they were going to call me back and thank me for the interview, and they never did, man. I'm still waiting for that call. I think I hurt their feelings.
Yeah, what was the name of that? Wasn't it called like the Boys something? Or that was
Boys
the thing
Town
connected to the Franklin scandal and all that stuff?
Yeah, the pimps were getting kids from the Boys Town, which is probably the most iconic, famous orphanage in the world. I was just talking to one of those kids earlier today. This kid, man, he's been through hell. His mother was a schizophrenic, and he was put in multiple foster care homes, and where he was molested. And then he went to Boys Town when he was 12. And he was picked to be one of the kids that was flown around.
Jesus.
And this is actually in the book. He couldn't take it anymore because some of these pedophiles are very sadistic, like what happened to Virginia Giuffre with Ehud Barak. Some of these pedophiles are, and then after a weekend of very sadistic treatment, he went to they have houses and house parents in Boys Town, and he said, "I can't take it anymore. I can't take." And Boys Town put him on a plane to Atlanta the next day and deposited him in a psychiatric institution.
Dang.
Where he was there for a year. And some of the other victims that I talked to that were molested at Boys Town, the exact same thing. They've been put in psych. Now, it's entirely possible that going through something like that could really mess you up psychologically, but it's also a great way to say, if this kid comes forward and says, "I was molested," yeah, he's a head case. We don't worry about him.
Yeesh.
So, yeah, it's kind of it's been dark, but the thing is, I've been at it for so long, and with Epstein, I see light. I mean, I just think it would be, according to the Centers for Disease Control, 25% of underage girls and 5% of underage boys have been molested in our country. And people in the field think it's slightly conservative for girls and very conservative for boys. But if you just go with the CDC numbers, you got 50 million kids. Eesh. So I think that for us to put even a dent in that, it'd be good if the government didn't aid and abet child trafficking.
Yeah.
So I think that that's the first step in kind of cleaning up our society. We'll never get rid of it, but we can definitely take a first step by making sure that the government doesn't facilitate it anymore.
That is a fucked up statistic, man. When you get into how high that is, that's terrible.
I mean, if you could take one thing out of society, if you could take child molestation out of society, the prisons wouldn't be filled, the psychiatric hospitals wouldn't be filled. A lot of people in those types of institutions have been molested as kids.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm really fortunate. There was emotional, verbal, and physical abuse, but I was never sexually abused. When I started hitchhiking around as a kid, though, I started hitchhiking not interstate, but just around Minneapolis when I was like 15 years old. And I'd get picked up by guys that would hit on me occasionally. And, I'd just say, stop the car.
Pull over. I got to pee.
Just sprint.
Damn.
So, and like I said, when I was 12, when I ran away the first time, I mean, I would have been susceptible to something like that. By the time I was 15, I was just too cynical and angry
Yeah.
to be subjected to something like that.
For sure. Damn, that's fucking bullshit.
I got to go back to, I think, was it in the Franklin scandal? Was Clarence Thomas at a party in D.C.?
Clarence is a perv.
All right.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hold on. But the point was, there's people, you could get invited to these parties.
Yeah.
And now you're just on this fucking list.
But with
And you're like, damn, I thought fucking Clarence Thomas was there. I thought this was above board. You know what I mean? Or like,
Clarence isn't above board.
I don't know much about it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so Anita Hill, there was
Oh, yeah,
she said against Anita Hill. Now there were 7 women that were ready to testify against Thomas, and actually there was one that had been subpoenaed. Her name was Angela Wright, and she was going to back up Anita Hill, and then Biden lifted her subpoena, and Biden said that he lifted her subpoena because she asked for it to be lifted, and she said that that's not the case, that he was lying, that she wanted to testify. So Thomas had done this to a number of women. There was a book called Strange Justice. It was written by a former, I think, New York Times or New Yorker reporter named Jay Mayer. And there was also, Thomas was talking to Anita Hill about porn stars too. I don't know if you remember that, but he lived right around the corner from a video store. And that's where he spent most of his time, is in the adult section. So
What? How do you know that?
Because Jane Mayer.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. That could happen to anybody. At least it was the fucking adult section.
True.
But you're not a Supreme Court justice. So.
True.
Yeah. And also, that was, God, that must have been crazy having to go in there. Just your regular Blockbuster, turn the corner, get the porn in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I remember poking my head behind the curtains as a boy and being like, one day it'll all be mine. No idea it'd be all on my phone. I was like, just let me in there, please.
He was head of the Equal Opportunity Commission at that point. So he was pretty much incognito. But Thomas.
Wait, so how'd you know he was always in the section, though?
What's that?
How'd you know he was?
Because she interviewed someone who owned that store.
Oh.
And said that.
Damn.
That he was always.
Yeah.
That's where his first stop was. Probably his only stop, I think.
That stinks, dude.
And that dude makes decisions that affect every American.
Yeah.
And his wife is crazy too. I mean, his wife is.
He's probably driving her nuts.
I think she might have been driven nuts before, but she called up Anita Hill, saying that Anita Hill should recant her accusations towards her husband, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like Hillary.
Kind of like Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary made some calls, didn't she?
I think Hillary's probably made a lot of calls.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I had no idea. I always thought it was truly a thing concocted to like take the guy down.
I was raised on that too.
Yeah.
That Anita Hill was kind of a witch hunt type thing.
No, there were a bunch of women.
What about Kavanaugh? Do you have any insight into that? Do you think? Because that's how it got framed to me. It was like they did it to Thomas, they did it to Kavanaugh.
So with Kavanaugh, I was on Twitter and some guy said, "Well, that woman lacks credibility," and I said, "Well, which woman?" Because there's been other women that have come out and talked about Kavanaugh, but it makes sense. I mean, people that are susceptible to being compromised, it can really enhance their career, and I think that. I mean, I see that all the time.
True.
Yeah.
Do you think
That's how me and Matt got big.
What's that?
That's how me and Matt got big. Yeah.
Luckily, we only had to do stuff with each other. So.
Yeah, we just had to kiss in front of Clarence Thomas. We had to make out in front of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I wonder too, just playing devil's advocate, do you ever think there's a way to weaponize kind of victims against political opponents? Because I always wonder about that too.
That's entirely impossible, but...
Because the same people weaponizing child sex, You don't think they can be like, let's just send a woman out there that says this happened?
Yeah, I mean, that's entirely possible.
It looks like there's no, depth they won't go to.
It's rare though. He's a retired judge. His name is Patrick Schultz. He represented various Catholic dioceses in 500 sexual abuse cases.
Jeez.
And he was interviewed by the New York Times, and he felt like of the 500 cases that he litigated, that less than 10 were lying. So it's very rare. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
For sure.
But I mean, if you're going to come out and say such and such molested me, the amount of fire that's going to be pointed at you is really intense. So I can see why. There's all kinds of victims that will never open their mouths. And that's the other thing with Epstein. If Epstein gets covered up, those 50 million Americans that have been molested as minors, I mean, they're going to think that they have no hope for justice at all.
Yeah.
That they've got no voice.
Yeah, I mean, my idea now with it is it's going to be like a political football they're going to kick around. Like they keep talking about the JFK papers. They're like, we're going to release the JFK papers, and it's like maybe they already released them. I haven't heard anything kind of new or groundbreaking come out of that. So, do you think they'll keep it as that kind of like a carrot on a stick sort of thing? Like, oh, I'll do it.
Wait, the thing with Trump is he makes a lot of promises, and I got to give it to him. He said that there would be transparency in the Epstein case, whereas his predecessors have completely covered it up and didn't mention it.
Yeah.
But as I said earlier, I think Trump thought that he could open up Pandora's box just slightly and then slam it shut. And that's just not the case with this. There's a lot of Americans, because the government shouldn't be covering up child sexual abuse, which is the same thing as aiding and abetting it. So the government, but we've got 89% of Americans that want full disclosure here. And, our government, the majority of our government wanted a single payer system when Obama did Obamacare. Mm-hmm. We didn't want all these HMOs that have become part of the Obama healthcare plan. And the government completely disregarded the will of the American people. The American people wanted us out of Iraq. Like 80% of Americans wanted us out of Iraq after a certain point, and our government didn't. I mean, a bunch of us, the majority want Gitmo shut down. The government doesn't care. I mean, the bank crisis. I mean, Americans didn't want to bail out a bunch of rich bankers.
Yeah, that's a good
what
point.
we did. So our government continually goes against the will. But this is a different thing. This is our children. And people don't think that my child isn't going to get molested, but I'm sure that many of the parents of victims molested by Epstein never thought that their child would get molested.
Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's like, I got a bad feeling about this kid.
For sure. Yeah, it's not on anyone's radar. It's true. I've been instructed, I don't think people do sleepovers anymore really like that. I've heard sleepovers are a thing in the past, man.
That sucks.
Yeah, well, it's just like, dude, I guess so many people now I guess now that this stuff's even talked about at all, people are comfortable enough.
I never even considered that. There were times I'd go to sleep at my friend's house and my parents would be like, no.
Yeah.
Not that they would think that back then, but now I'd be like, yeah, what the fuck? You think I'm going to fucking diddle these kids?
Yeah, dude.
I'd be so offended if they're like, you can't sleep over there.
I know. But I think now it's like parents are just being like, let's just not, because you just have no idea. So they're like, yeah, we're just kind of doing blanket policy. Like, dude, you guys can, I think they'll let you hang out till 11 p.m. and they take you there. And then they drop you back off in the morning so you can kind of have a semi-sleepover experience. Because you just don't know. It could be some weird uncle there. It's like you'd have to really know the people.
I was visiting a friend of mine who lives outside Seattle, and her son was going out with this woman he met in high school. And the parents came over to meet my friend and the son, and vet them, which I thought was kind of somewhat responsible.
That's cool.
We live in a strange time. It's very different than, I'm like an antiquated relic, but it's life has changed a lot since I was a kid, and it's changed a lot since you guys have been kids too.
True. True that. Well, hopefully, man, good luck with that. Hopefully it works out and they get some kind of thing rolling.
Well, we started Epstein Justice, and it's a 501c3. And I think that we're growing. I mean, it's been a tough slog, but Epstein Justice is growing. And our plan, the way that it is now with Massey, they need a majority, as I said, a majority in the discharge position, then they need a majority in the House, and then they need a majority. Then John Thune has to give the thumbs up, and then it's voted on in the Senate, and then Trump has to sign it. And that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So what we're proposing is an independent congressional commission where we just need a majority in the House and a majority in the Senate. We don't need any. We don't need a sign off by the president. And we're growing. It's been a tough slog, but people are so alienated. They do not think that they can affect change in their system, and they've been conditioned that way. But at Epstein Justice, we're saying, join us. We can affect change. We can make something happen here, because these crimes are just so horrific, and they've been so blatantly covered up that I think people are ready for a change now. I mean, they know something is really wrong with their government, but I don't think they understand the depths of the depravity of many of our
So do
leaders.
you think the average person could even handle if they did like, all right, fine, open it completely? What do you think the real effect of that would be in terms of like the everyday citizen just, or anyone really, just kind of like glimpsing into it and having to like put that all together? I think it would just like crush them.
Well, what would you guys say? Would you guys be relieved to say that the system is getting fleshed out?
Yeah, I'd be like, this is definitely good. But also, too, it's like, yeah, it's just tough because if it is people who are either politically super powerful or like, billionaire class, like they're not going to let that happen.
Well,
Never.
But here's the thing. There's 320 million Americans. And how many if like labor's rights, that was a slog.
Yeah.
Civil rights, that was a slog. Women's rights, that was a slog. Gay rights, that was a slog. This can be done. I mean,
True.
children's
Fair point.
rights can be done. We can do that if we decide to. If Americans decide to do this, we can do this. It's really up to us.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
fuck
don't want
yeah.
to be naysaying it. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
just thinking it through. Yeah, that's a fair point. And you don't really think about it. Kids' rights are infringed upon at all, really. So yeah, it's a weird one because there's not like a government. Well, I guess there kind of technically there is. They're saying, but well, good luck. I hope that works out.
Yeah.
Really. I think it'd be good for people to know, just like, all right, we gotta get to peek into this thing and maybe shift some things around big time.
EpsteinJustice.com.
There you go.
My brother,
EpsteinJustice.com.
my brother is an
www.
evangelical and is very susceptible to denial. And I saw him at Thanksgiving, and I said, that the government covered up Epstein's pedophile network.
Nice.
You know that, right?
I did the same thing at Thanksgiving.
Well, it's just one of those
Yeah.
icebreakers.
Yeah.
that you do.
Yeah. Right before pass me
fun.
the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
And he said, I know. And I was stunned because there's a guy that doesn't think the government does anything wrong.
Yeah.
I think what really helped it was Trump covering it up
Yeah.
or putting it away, because now all the Democrats are like Epstein. So now everyone's
Yeah.
kind of like, it was always like a MAGA thing to be like Epstein files.
Yeah.
And then when Trump was on the other side of it, of the left does whatever he doesn't want. So now everyone's kind of united in this,
But I'm pretty sure that there are people on the left that are compromised too.
for sure.
Yeah.
And so, that's why it's been covered up under two.
For sure. I just mean the people
Yeah.
that are paying attention.
Yeah,
to
they're
it.
reigniting the passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I started tackling this issue, no one, I would pitch it to editors at magazines in New York City, and I could see the wheels going around. They would say, well, this is really a horrible story. I need to help Nick Bryant. Or the cognitive dissonance would come in, and I can write Nick Bryant off as crazy, and I can have a nice dinner with my family tonight. That was, and I knew most of them would be spineless, but I didn't think all of them would be spineless. And I had some really good friends that were very high up in publishing. And one of them actually apologized to me, which I thought was really cool.
That's nice.
Years after the fact, but he said, you know, Nick, I could have been a better friend to you.
I get it though. If I'm editing like Good Housekeeping and I'm like 3 fall decorations, you can't do that. And you're like, yeah, I don't know if that would fit.
But getting the Franklin scandal published was tough too, because I gave a book proposal to my agent, good agent. And I was summarily banished from that agency pretty quickly.
Dick.
And then I gave it to another agent who's also a very good agent, and he couldn't get anybody to sell it, or to buy it. So we finally got a small publisher on the West Coast finally bought it. So, nice. And at that point, I had so much evidence. I mean, I had a grand jury's worth of sealed testimony and exhibits. I mean, I was able to prove it because of all that grand jury stuff.
Yeah,
so.
That's crazy. Well, dude,
yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, thanks for stopping by, man.
Hey,
it's always good to see you.
Yeah,
keep.
Whenever I'm in Austin,
yeah, please come by.
Stop by. Yeah.
Keep updating us.
Yeah,
so it's hard to find any real information.
Yeah,
about
that's
all
the
this.
big thing.
Well, you can always look at me as a beacon. I'm true.
We will continue to.
Yeah,
and I like your audience too. When I go on bigger podcasts, the bots come and they try to undermine my character various ways. But when I read the comments in your podcast, your listeners
Hold the mic like a ringside announcer.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
in the red corner.
Yeah, you gotta have the guy hold it around you.
True.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the ref. That's touching gloves. They put it under his arm.
Do you think in our lifetime we'll ever see like basically like gay combat, like for real, not fucking around? Talking about like real deal HBO Saturday night at the Garden.
Sissy fights.
I'm talking, but it's like
Are they
sexual
tough? Or, yeah.
I mean, would you get in the ring with one of those guys? it's like Ultimate Surrender, but it would just be gay guys taking each other to the mats.
The ultimate surrender.
Yeah,
Surrender your asshole.
yeah, dude.
It's ultimate surrender.
Yeah. Do you think
So
we'll
you're
ever see it in our
saying
lifetime?
legit ultimate surrender? Like,
Yeah,
it's become a sport.
you could do that at Pride Week. At least you could have dudes like slam 69 at each other at Pride Week. We could set this up. This could be
Ultimate
like
surrender is pretty
this
cool.
could be the dog monkey rodeo, dude. We could get on. We
Monkey
get ahead
dog
of it.
rodeo, dog rodeo, monkey rodeo.
Monkey rodeo.
I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that niche. That the only place I saw it was the Harrisburg Senators game. I was like, you guys ever see monkey rodeo? The only videos Harrisburg Senators.
Yeah, you'd think that would be at every minor league baseball game.
Yeah, they make the rounds.
The guys
They
on
make
tour.
the rounds. You could catch them with the Iron Pigs.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I missed them. I never saw.
Monkey rodeo.
Didn't even know it existed until today.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. No,
brain-
I told you about it. I told you about it 5 years ago.
Monkey rodeo?
Monkey rodeo.
The hell was I doing? I was probably thinking about guys taking each other down in
Yeah.
combat.
So guys, so you're saying, do you think
Well, then I'm
Ultimate
curious.
Surrender will make it to the big leagues?
I mean, did you think like 30-year-old white dudes would be boxing each other for like primetime HBO boxing? That I didn't see that coming. So now I'm like, what's coming up next?
What do you mean, like?
Like Jake Paul or
Yeah.
whatever? I didn't see that coming. You know, the white dudes would 30-year-old white dudes would step back in and be like, "Well, we got boxing.
We'll take it from here.
We
We're
got
going
it.
to save the sport. we're tired of watching very good Latinos. It's time for the whites, the
the elder whites,
YouTube
dude.
whites, to come in.
It's the biggest thing, dude. Watching YouTubers fight. I mean,
It's a really great marketing thing.
he did it. Their own.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing. I mean, again, I don't follow boxing like that, but it's
Yeah.
definitely like when you see like Gutierrez versus Gutierrez, and you're like,
Yeah.
fucking who cares, dude? Who cares?
It's always at the Garden. It's always at the Hulu Theater at the Garden.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's always packed. It's packed with Puerto Ricans, dude. New York loves it. Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans and Dominican, they love it.
just fighting each other.
They love boxing, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't really break the, you know.
I was
No, I
bummed to see Jake Paul lose, to be honest. Like
yeah,
that.
but he lost by like a point.
Yeah.
He needed to lose, otherwise everyone's gonna say it was scripted. So he needed to take an L. I mean, it's a Rocky franchise. He couldn't go on and just keep winning. If people would be like,
Yeah.
"This sucks," he now has a redemption tale. Who was the guy he fought? The guy was like
Fury. Tommy
a real
Fury.
deal. He's a real deal boxer, right? What did Tyson say about that? Someone fighting his little brother.
The dad said he would have disowned him if he lost to Jake Paul. Which is why I really wanted him to win. I was happy he won. But he's like a reality star too. He was on like Love Island. I
Tommy
think.
Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Tyson.
Yeah,
No,
makes
it's
sense.
Nobody is.
not as good as the heavyweight champion of the world. True.
Love Island.
Still, he beat up.
Love
I mean,
Island.
What the hell is Love Island?
What the hell is Stuff Island?
Yeah, someone's
knows.
creeping into your territory.
Yeah, Love
be
Island.
careful.
They saw your act.
Yeah, everyone's getting in on the island game.
Tommy from Love Island.
It's true. Also, Apple came out with there's some type of island thing, Magic Island on their phone or whatever.
Everybody's copying.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just a bar at the top, something. I don't know.
Oh, the fucking when you're using a thing.
Yeah.
Is that like if I'm listening to
Yeah.
Spotify, I can click this and it goes right to
Yeah.
the thing you're using. It's useless and stupid.
Does anyone use Siri?
No.
They need to get rid of that. That's like
Siri,
the fucking
yeah.
U2 album. It's just, what is it doing here? The only thing it does is occasionally I accidentally hit it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it stops my music.
Yeah.
That's it.
It doesn't understand what I'm saying ever.
Of course not. You go, Siri, was Russiagate real? I'm sorry, Chris.
No, the only time I
No.
use Siri is when I can't find my phone. I can't find my phone, and I just yell Siri in my room
Does it work?
until
that
it goes
work?
like, "Bing." Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
I just
I
walk
never
around
even
going,
thought of that.
Siri, Siri.
That's genius.
Siri, come here, bitch.
And it's just under a
I don't
bunch
think
of
mine's
laundry.
voice activated. Yell Siri. I don't think it
Okay.
works. See if you can call my phone.
Siri. Hey Siri.
Nah, man. Mine doesn't do that.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
It doesn't work.
That doesn't happen, you lying,
Hey Siri.
you lying crud.
I swear it used to work. Hey Siri.
Well, don't yell into the mic.
She's gone, brother.
Chris, will you just, before we get started,
Oh my god, dude.
I just want, before
Oh
we
my
get started,
god! You know, I almost, when you brought it up, I almost was like, it's not a good idea. I should bail. I know when you're in this
No.
mood. I know when you're in this mood.
What, hungover?
What's gonna happen,
Chris.
And I was just
Oh
like,
my God, just let me get one sentence out.
Why?
Just let me get one sentence out.
Why?
Can I say it?
The nation needs this, dude.
Can I
This
say it?
moment.
Yeah,
The
we-
nation does
Come on,
not.
man.
This
need
is good discourse.
This is all
discourse.
the nation sees of me. This is all the nation
No, no,
sees
no.
of me is just
the
fielding
script,
this,
flip the script. Go
fielding this
conservative.
question.
Chris, all you have to do is answer the question.
All you gotta do is say you support the
because-
January 6th.
Because
flag.
because I got a long answer and then I'm down a
You don't
hole of just
have to
explaining.
give a long answer.
Yeah.
Just, will you
bend the
apologize?
knee? Will I
Will you-
bend the knee?
No, no.
Will I bend the knee?
We got in, we
Will
argued
you-
for 5 fucking years, and you were wrong. Can you just fucking say,
Jesus
my
Christ.
bad? Just, Chris,
No.
say, Shane, I was sorry about Russiagate. That's all I want. Just say, Shane, I'm sorry.
No.
It was a very tumultuous time in
I
this
feel
country.
like my views on this issue have been misrepresented, and I do not want to take the time to correct
Are
the
you gonna do
record.
it, Chris? Fine. You live. I mean, it's all you have to do is say sorry, and it's over.
There's nothing I hate more than having to come on here every time
And apologize
and
for
correct the
Russiagate?
record. Yeah, get yelled at for not
I mean,
apologizing.
there were
Just
parts of it that lined up. There were parts of it that were legit.
Yeah, there were.
Like what?
All you have to do is say sorry once, and I'll never talk about it again. All you have to do is say, I'm sorry
can't
about
do that.
Russiagate.
I can't do
If
that.
you say the words, I'm sorry about
can't- I
Russiagate,
can't.
I will never say it to you again.
I'm sorry about Russiagate, but nothing that I said about it. Nothing that I said about it. I'm sorry that it happened.
Say just again.
I'm sorry that
let's
you
just
feel
put
like
this all behind us.
I'm
Just,
sorry
just
that
say you let
feel
your
like
country
I
down.
had anything to do
All
with
you gotta
it.
do is say you let your country down.
Say you failed
The
the
stuff
country.
that you said pretty much caused January 6th.
Kind of did.
I caused January 6th.
Slightly.
I don't think so.
We're all guilty.
I don't think I was awake when it
No, I'm
happened.
kidding. I'm kidding. We're kidding. We're joshing. We're joshing.
But before we go any further, all I need you to say is I'm sorry about Russiagate, and I'll never talk about it again.
I'm sorry you feel that I had anything to do with Russiagate.
All right, fine. We'll move on.
Oh
So who are you
boy.
voting for? You excited about Biden still?
Dude, yeah, I've been on just a slow leak into just
Are you doing a dem exit?
I
hashtag
just
damn exit?
can't watch that stuff anymore. I
The
just
news?
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where'd
I
they lose?
can't. I like
what
every
lost
time.
you?
What?
What lost you?
When Russiagate didn't happen? When it wasn't real? That was liberal QAnon.
No, I
It
think
really
just,
was.
No, I know.
Billy's first to say, Podesta didn't get arrested. Yeah, I was wrong.
I,
You can't do it.
I don't even know what that was, but
Podesta?
Podesta was going to get arrested on like Easter. It was like a Q drop.
Hillary was supposed to get arrested.
Hillary,
They were all
yeah.
supposed to get arrested.
everyone's supposed to get arrested.
Obama
And
was
then
allegedly
yeah.
bisexual.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, yeah.
It's that nonstop, and then yeah,
Every day they'd be like, "Today's the day. It's coming."
Yes.
Like, oh, we'll see.
Finally, it was same old.
yeah, and there's a lot of like some of the people that I used to listen to now that Trump's gone, their numbers are down.
Yeah.
They just now they're fully crazy.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
the news can't have a day to be like, yeah, you know what, man? There's really not much happening, guys. Just turn it off. Like, every day has to be like, oh
Yeah.
my god,
Breaking.
Dude, that's
Breaking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's not. There's really nothing going on.
And they still do a thing where they watch this completely unhinged speech from Trump, and then they'll just be like, "This seems like not that bad.
Starting to make some sense to
No,
you.
it's not that he's making sense, but it's just like
Brother.
when you've seen him at his best.
It's starting to make some sense. You get a little older, you get a little wiser, you start going, wait a second, this is my money. Why do I have to give it to everybody else?
No, but it's like if you're gonna say he's
Wait a
it's,
second.
dude, the unhinged for Trump that's a high standard. So you can't just have him talking
Shut
normal.
up. Guys, let's talk politics.
Yeah.
Let's all say we don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
All right.
Nothing's going on that's cool in news, dude. I'm telling you.
Dilbert guy's going wild.
What'd you
Dude.
call him, Sean? Clot Adams, because he got the vaccine? That's not nice. The
That's what they're calling him now.
Clot
Adams, because he went on and defended the vac. Basically called everyone dumb for not getting
But
it.
then he went full fucking segregation.
Bro.
Like full segregation.
Dude,
Well,
if you look at
yeah.
his views, there's a hint because he was like doing his thing, like I'm using reason and logic, and then the vax debate didn't come out on his side, so
Yeah.
he that's when he capitulated and was like, "You guys win," blah blah blah, and people were still hounding him. He's getting crushed, dude. Again, we talked about it. He's an old man, a baby boomer in the fucking live chat. They're calling him like a simp and shit. He's like freaking out.
Dude, I did Legion of Skanks last night. Lewis keeps the live chat on his phone during the show.
Why would he do that?
It was insane. I was on the show. I'd tell a joke and then be like,
Dude, Will
couldn't
Scott.
stop reading the comments. It was a live
you can't-
comments. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Claude Adams also he married a young hot lady and then
Shut
got
up, Chris
divorced and
O'Clotter.
spat.
Well, did you hear why I got divorced?
This is gonna be the whole show.
Did you hear why I got
I got
divorced?
nothing else.
Did you hear why I got divorced?
What?
You hear why I got divorced? He had a babe and he was quarantining from her. He wouldn't let her see her, so he was like staying away from her.
What?
And he got cuckolded. That's what I've heard. I don't want to.
That's a
I don't wanna
great fan
besmirch-
theory.
I don't want to
He quarantined
besmirch the
the
name
pussy?
of a great American philosophizer.
Yeah.
Scott Adams, get away from black people.
What happened?
Dude, you don't know
That's
the
a
backstory?
wild. I don't know why he said
So okay, so he's been getting crushed for like all the vax stuff. So he's like a big like I'm just about like logic and stuff, and like people are just like, dude, you're a dumbass. You're not. That's Sam Harris, same thing. He's freaking out. Some internet smarty pants, and so they're getting they
I
got
hate
internet
the
smarty pants,
I
dude.
hate the internet smarty
They
pants.
pulled their pants down. Both guys have got their pants pulled down, and then so he just his like numbers are tanking. So then he did this. There was this poll, it was like a Rasmussen poll. So they polled 1,000 people, 1,000 black voters, black Americans, and they said, "Is it okay to be white?" 26% said no. 27% said I don't know, meaning like, or 23% were like I don't even know, or 23% said no. 20-something% said like I don't know, like basically
48% said, I ain't got time for this.
that was kind of I don't know. Yeah, to some guy like I don't know, man. So then
Is it okay to be white was the question?
That was the question.
That's
But
a fucked up question. It's funny, 26% of black people are funny.
23%
And they said no.
23% of
If I-
white people
yeah,
said no, apparently.
Yeah.
They asked the same question.
Rasmussen's-
23% of white people said no, allegedly, for the same question. But Scott Adams is not a dummy, dude. So he's like, he just read that and he goes, okay, so about half of black Americans don't think it's okay. Dude, sample size, by the way. Surprised you guys didn't ask sample size. N
You
equals
said it,
1,000. 1,000.
You said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
And also,
always
what was the
bothered
equation
me.
you used?
N equals 1,000. N equals sample size.
Jeez.
Internet smarty pants, dude.
I got internet smarty pants. I'm so happy I know about sample size now, dude. I went to
Yeah.
school.
That always bothered me. I remember I learned that in college. That
Yeah,
thing,
it's-
where it's just like, yeah, if you ask 1,000 people, then you know what everyone thinks. It's like, how could that possibly
Yeah.
be true?
Well, apparently, also the term "it's okay to be white" is like tied in with like a slogan against critical race theory.
It
so
is.
it's like a loaded term in and of itself.
They're putting flyers around campuses that were like, it's okay to be white. And
Yeah.
people were spazzing.
Yeah, on the back of
pretty-
like a bubble
pretty
vest.
funny.
Fucking yeah. So then he read that thing and just went off, dude. Just being like, "I used to identify as black. Now I don't. I want to be on the winning team, so I was black. So I'm gonna identify as black, and I try to help black people, but I'm just gonna be called racist anyway." Yo, dude, he went. That was nothing.
Adam
and then he
said
started
this?
going,
Yeah.
"Yes, dude, it's
You
on
used
his
to
live
identify
stream."
as black?
Yeah, he's this fucking weirdo. And then he was like, "I urge all Americans."
Black people do love Dilbert.
yeah. That's a bad case of writer's block. You're trying to get a Dilbert out. You're like, I need to go to another place.
God.
Dude,
Mentally,
he went,
I'm
well,
black
I
this week.
think my theory is that his numbers were dropping, and he was like getting so much flack that he pulled a fucking Hail Mary desperation move. So he courted the darkest corners of the internet, and he summoned the maniacs, dude. So like, you should get as far away from black people as you can, and people were like, he summoned the orcs, dude. Now he has an orc army right now. But they're
He rose them.
they're kind of fucking with him and trolling him now too.
Obviously, they're the orcs.
So now they're like, you know who creates all these problems, don't you? And they like sent him a thing like that, and Scott was like, oh, don't think I didn't notice that either. So he's like, I'm going to talk about that too. So I think he might go in, dude.
Dilbert's going at the Jews?
He might just be, you know, again, he's a type of guy who's always saying he plays 40 chess. He's always saying he's playing 40 chess. So he's always like, but yeah, dude, that like the whole speech is crazy. He's like, get away from him, just get away from him, and just go somewhere else, leave him be.
Dilbert got dropped from the funnies.
It's not
Yeah,
funny.
He's
yeah,
no
yeah.
longer in the funnies.
He's not funny. He's in the racist now.
Now
Dude.
it's just Prince Valiant, dude.
God, Prince Valiant. Prince Valiant can suck my dick. Wait. Maybe I got that wrong. Was Prince Valiant funny? Or was
No,
it
no,
like
no.
the serial?
Yeah.
I didn't understand one thing. When I was a kid, I'd be taking a shit. I'd be like, which one's this? Like they're on a pirate ship?
Yeah, I know.
That was it.
I remember there was like a couple Sundays in a row where I was like, you know, I'm going to pick up wherever we
I'd
are
love
in the
to.
Prince
I'd love
Valiant. Prince Valiant
I never.
storyline.
I would like look at it, same thing, and just go, huh?
I wanted to. I thought the drawings looked cool.
I know.
Some of the drawings were cool.
It was like the
never
best
fucking-
illustrated comic. For
I also
sure.
too. I went to the bathroom. There was the comics with the like J.C. Penney's like
Oh, yeah.
underwear stuff. So
It's time to masturbate.
yeah, as soon as I didn't understand a comic, I'm like, that's not bad.
just crush
I need a
Hocus
glaze.
Focus.
Yeah, I need a glaze a fucking Boscov's model, dude.
Boscov's rules. Phil still crushes Boscov's.
Does he?
Yeah.
Man,
Got you some underwear. I was at Boscov's. Shane, look at this. I got you some socks. Take that back to New York.
Yeah, my parents did that with Kohl's. My dad's always like, dude, the deals are there.
The deals are fucking insane.
You get a
over at
Kohl's on
Boscov's.
3 fucking ounces. It's so funny.
are they getting socks with like the titanium lining and
It's
shit?
crazy.
Like
Of course, dude, of course.
I'd love to just follow Phil. Just see a day, dude.
That'd be kind of nice to hire a private detective just to follow him around.
See what he does.
You could do it.
It's pretty, I know exactly what he does.
True, yeah,
Goes to Boscov's, goes to the Elks, drinks way too much.
Comes
Then he
home.
hits the road. And he gets home and he's got a Ring camera now, so he checks to see if my mom's home
They all do it. Dude.
constantly. So he sees how long he can stay at the bar. And then once she comes home, he comes home right away.
Wow.
He stays as long as he can. It's a sick move.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm on my way. I'm already on my way. I'm coming. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So before the phone call, he probably hits her up like, yo, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Between that and the series, man, they are in paradise.
Yeah.
Pretty tight. Who would have thought they'd ever see the fucking
Geezers.
voice technology?
They like the voice. Ring camera for a geezer is, I'll be honest, I like it.
Seeing the
It's
stuff.
pretty fun. Ring camera is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to get one.
You
Make
could.
it one for your bedroom. And install a Ring camera in your room.
Keep your eye
Just
on him.
me
And I'm going
laying
to talk.
there.
I'm going
It's
to
just
go,
me laying there.
Chris,
Just me laying
remember that
there.
Russiagate didn't happen?
You could talk to him through
Anyway,
it. Yeah.
good night. Yeah.
No, you can call.
Good
We
night,
have
Chris.
one of those. We have like an Arlo or something on our house. Some bullshit. It's annoying though when you put your trash out, it fucking picks it up as a package and it sends like 40 things to your phone. You have a pack, you have to just turn it off. Like fuck this. It is good though for if your car can get broken into. Catch a guy on camera and you're like, it's a
You just watch him
fucking
slowly
homeless
break into your
guy.
car.
Yeah. I call the cops like I captured a homeless guy breaking my window and they're like, cool dude, thanks.
We'll be there.
Goodbye.
I feel
We
it
don't give a
sucks
fuck.
because it's like kids won't be able to sneak out anymore.
Oh, I catch kids. Well,
Teenagers, you know what I mean?
what do you want? What do they do when they sneak out?
Just you go into the woods, you get drunk or something, or
Yeah.
you go like meet your girlfriend in the middle of the night.
You can get a disguise.
Exchange handies.
What about-
no, but like I'm saying that you can't.
Exchange what?
You know, you just finger and jerk off. And stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sick.
and then yeah, you can't.
Well, you could be a
can't
cool
do that
parent and
anymore.
have them come over to your basement and be like, guys, look what you do. You do.
You could be the coolest parent and then set up some Ring cameras in the basement.
Yeah, like 10.
Now we're cooking. You accidentally leave the mic on. You're like, yeah.
Call. No, don't come yet, dude. Don't go. Oh, shit. Fuck. Imagine Impractical Joker and your son through like his first fingering. Just be like, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine though, for real. If you're, I mean, I guess that would be kind of illegal if you're coaching your son.
Go as hard as you
without
can.
a
Go as
touch.
fast as you can. That's it, son.
Dude, don't
Make it
even
hurt.
You'd be like, dude, don't even worry about the hole. He'd be like, what do you mean don't worry about this? Dude, trust me, don't worry about the hole.
Rub
There's
the
stuff
front.
above the hole. Go to the top of the hole. Just fucking smack that area.
Damn.
The hole, you think the hole's the key. The hole's not the key right now, dude. Don't worry about the hole just yet.
You just made a girl squirt on your first finger. Oh, that's fucked up.
Dude, check your overnight bag. I packed it at Hitachi. A massaging
Left
wand.
a little something in your overnight bag. So
Dude, imagine giving your kid a Hitachi wand, dude.
someday. Yeah.
Just buzzing. Oh man, you let your kid drive a Beamer with a Hitachi wand and just buzz chicks all day.
Holy shit. God. You'd have to kill him. You gotta kill him when he hits 20, but
I think this is what happened to Hunter Biden, dude.
absolutely.
Joe gave him the Hitachi, dude.
No doubt. The
Beamer
Joe, yeah.
with a driver to Hitachi, and he just went like, get in the back. We're not going to prom. Imagine the damage you could do in high school with a Hitachi, or just like, or like a mocap suit with just fucking vibrating.
What's wrong with you? You got some pussy ideas.
never-
and I like
yeah,
that.
I'm
never-
just kidding. I'm fucking
You're a pussy planner.
Yeah, I have no idea how that thing works.
The what?
Just
The pussy?
vibrates. Yeah, and they just put it on the clit.
You never
I've never
do you
used
mean?
one.
put a vibrator on your dick?
No,
You never put anything that vibrated on your penis?
no.
It's awesome. Yeah,
It feels so good.
It is pretty awesome.
You can nut.
Just from
Dude,
vibrating.
little rumble strip on the Xbox. That'll jar one loose. I'm just put my controller on my dick. I'm starting to text. I'm like, just, ooh,
Yeah.
someone's shooting at me. Now I got to go to my bedroom. Pause.
Dude just
I pause
stands
the
up and
game
gets
and I
obliterated.
masturbate. And then I
That's what
get
they're
back
for.
to the game. Yeah.
That's what they're for. They are like a jerking off alarm clock.
the
Rumble strip.
You ever have the rumble pack jar one loose for you?
Yeah,
Definitely. Every gamer's had a rumble pack jar one.
I remember there's like in the old God of War, it would just rumble crazy every
And you
time.
just
Like,
kept it on your
I was
penis?
like, look, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's me and you.
you're the God of War.
Your tank's exploding. You're just,
Oh,
dang.
Never
you
vibrated.
never put a vibrating thing, dude. My friend's mom had a neck massager. Me and my boys were
She had a-
train
she
on
had a
that neck
neck massager.
massager.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, brother. I don't know if that was a pure neck massager.
Well, trust me, we were getting after that thing. Me and 6 of my friends were jizzing all over that thing.
I don't
she would have
experiment.
gotten pregnant.
Definitely. It was one of those, like it had 2 things. Yeah. Oh, put that on the one on the tip.
It looks like a small vacuum attachment. Oh, that was a true neck massager.
That's
I might
crazy.
buy a neck massager. It's so good.
Oh my god.
It's not crazy, Chris.
That's
It's
nuts.
not.
You never. I can't believe you never had anything vibrate against your penile shaft.
I don't get experimental jerking off. I had a fleshlight once, and then that was it.
That's pretty gnarly. That's worse than a neck massager when you're
But I
in 6th
didn't.
grade.
I didn't use it that many times.
So you don't. You don't
yeah,
use
but you
total-
did leave it in the shower.
Yeah, but it went unused for so long. It was just in the shower.
Was you the shower downstairs?
No,
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
lived together in Philly, he kept
Yeah.
it. I went to take a shower and there's a fucking fleshlight next to the shampoo.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
Then I put it under the
Did you
sink.
beat it up in the shower? Or you just
Nah, never used it in the shower. I honestly use it like twice or 3 times. and then
that's all
never
you can
touch
use
it
them for.
again.
They turn disgusting.
Yeah, and it's like so weird looking at it.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking
yeah.
like a giant.
That's take it out. It's like the rock. The green thing. Yeah.
The fucking whatever that acid is.
yeah, I'd rather dissect the body than wash a fleshlight, dude. I'd rather cut open a cadaver.
Yeah.
Like stick my hand into a cold dead body than wash a fleshlight. It sucks.
I do want to go to butcher and watch them just
You want to fuck the meat?
Whoa.
break down a cow. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, cut it up.
You can do
You're
it.
fucked up, dude.
That's not that fucked-
There's a butcher like right around the corner.
Nah, if you went in there like, can I watch? They'd be like, get the fuck
Yeah.
in. They would wave knives at you.
Dude,
They would wave a knife at you, dude.
Also, it's a Muslim butcher,
Ooh.
so they're doing it.
Halal.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did they do? All types of weird shit.
You would defile the you would defile the space.
They have
Really,
to like
Gentiles can't even watch.
point the
think
animal
so.
in a certain direction or something.
I think so.
They do wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta
Kosher-
kill it a certain way.
Yeah,
That's
kosher
it.
and halal are
Cut the throat.
similar.
Yeah.
That is funny. They're over there like bombing children, and then they're like, "Wait, hold on, cut the cow to the east." And it's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, how about you guys get your priorities in order, you fucking dumbasses?" Oh no, wait, we can't have gummy bears. You explode a fucking school
No
in Palestine.
PDA. Yeah.
How about you guys get with the fucking times,
Yeah.
dude? Stop doing weird superstitious
Dilbert
bullshit.
could make a comeback.
Dilbert, you think
If
so?
he's going at the Jays, he should convert Dilbert to a.
Dilbert.
Dilbert should join Al Qaeda.
Oh,
Al Dilbert.
if he,
Just
yeah, that'd be tough.
Driving a Toyota with a black flag on it. Just like,
I bet the Taliban in
Another
the
day
offices.
at the office.
Yeah, the Taliban in
shit
the offices in
sucks.
Afghanistan are probably starting to relate to Dilberts now.
I wonder if they have fun.
Who?
Those
In
guys
the
gotta
office?
have a little fun.
For sure.
Taliban bros in the office.
Yeah, I think so.
Was
In the
all-
office?
Yeah, just
I guess I got to do paperwork.
goofing
too.
off doing paperwork.
How many bombs do we have? Like, oh, this packet here says we have 40 bombs.
Very
Enough-
good. Keep a good eye on that. You have a very good eye.
Dude, you were right about trying to research the Middle Eastern conflict. It's too many names.
impossible.
Yeah, I'm reading a book right now on it. It's like you can't even follow it.
It's impossible.
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is brought to you by True Classic. True Classic's got the best feeling and best look for tees out there.
Yes.
Mandatory personal endorsement. How does it feel? What, you know?
I've worn one. If it literally is the most form-fitting tee.
It's actually pretty nice.
No, they're fantastic t-shirts. They just fit. They go to the right part of the like leg. They hit the arms right.
nice.
They make
The
the
arms
titties
is very
right.
important.
The arms is
When you
key.
have it sticking out like that, you look like a big fat fucking dork.
I wish I was wearing one
When
right
it's
now.
tight right there, you look jacked. You look cool.
Yes, it changes everything.
Yes, it does. Bill, how do you feel about being jacked and cool?
Good.
It's important to you, being jacked and cool.
You're a pitch man, Bill.
Yes.
Those are the two most important things. You're a true classic man. From polos to workout shirts. You love working out. Jesus fucking Christ.
Spade's a
And
true
even
classic
boxer
man.
briefs. You're a true classic man. You're getting excited, dude. You're
Spade's
gonna
a classic
vomit.
drunk.
He's like a dog, dude. He sounds like a dog throwing up.
It's like Barney Frank.
And even boxer briefs designed to keep your boys, that's funny, boys, feeling nice and comfortable. True Classic has something for everyone on your list. They have a long option for the tall guys and up to XXX. All right?
All right.
In case you're a fucking monster.
Or you want it baggy. If you want a little bit baggy, get
All
the
right.
triple X.
Get
Like fucking
25%
Vin
off
Diesel.
trueclassic.com with code DRENCHED. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. That's 25% off at trueclassic.com with code DRENCHED. Santa won't be the only one saying thanks to True Classic.
How old is this at?
Oh, fuck. Did I fuck that up? No, this is
it's just
January
for
9th.
now, yeah.
Santa
Santa
won't be
still.
the only one saying thanks to True Classic.
Your girlfriend will.
Your girlfriend's
Or
going to
a
say thanks.
whore
She's
you
going to
take
see
home.
you wearing a shirt you bought off the internet. Your
This is like a
girlfriend-
push-up
Your
bra
girlfriend's
for
fucking
guys.
disgusting pussy is going to get soaked.
It's going to
when
be
she sees
throbbing.
it. Ew. Your girlfriend's pussy? I would not even want to see it, dude. If somebody
for
had a
you-
picture of your girlfriend's pussy on their phone, I would go, no. I don't even want to see it. And I watch cartel videos.
Beheading.
All right. Thank you, True Classic. Dude.
Hey guys, we don't have long. I'm here with Shane right now, dude. We're just chilling, just fucking hiding in this corner. Let me tell you guys real quick. Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers right to your door. These fresh, never frozen meals are delicious and nutritious. With calorie smart and keto options, Factor meals are perfectly portioned. With over 30 meal options per week, Factor can round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of sweets, smoothies, and juices. Each Factor meal arrives prepackaged by a team of their chefs, ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. We love these guys. Their chef's choice options always taste great and are so simple. Head to factormeals.com/drenched50 and use code drenched50 to get 50% off your first box.
You can't follow it.
You'll never figure out three things: the Middle East, Russian Civil War, Spanish Civil War.
Yeah.
I also thought the
Impossible.
Middle Ages. I was talking to Chat GPT
Middle
about the
Ages.
Middle Ages.
No one knows
It's
anything about that.
It got confused. It started. Yeah.
That
You
was
were talking to ChatGPT about the Middle Ages?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying to it?
I was just asking you, like, what happened? Yeah.
What did ChatGPT say? They said,
It
you're
was
a
trying to
fucking
tell me.
idiot.
Eventually, it went, dude, you got to take a break.
Yeah.
It literally, it was like, I need not for another hour. Can you ask me a
so.
question?
What was the Middle Ages? What
that
were they like?
true?
Yeah. It was like, because I was like, what happened to the Roman Empire? Then it split into
Yeah, man.
East and West.
Byzantine Empire and fucking.
And then it became the
Backwater
Holy
Europe.
Roman Empire. And then that guy fucking had to abdicate. He got.
you sound like you're chugging along. You got a decent picture of it.
Yeah, but
That's all
then.
you need. You just
then-
got to be confident.
That's
Matt's like, yeah, Byzantine. I got it.
Exactly.
There's two. I figured that out.
Christianity went and
Next.
spread. He converted the pagans.
then it
That's what happened though. There was the whatchamacallit. It was like it was the Roman Catholic Church that went out and converted all the pagans. It kind of turned. They used Christianity to turn that backwater Europe.
Yeah, that
It was
was
civilized
kind of
era.
like what was going on in the middle. ChatGPT got all fucked up because it started saying that whatever that one guy is. Then all of a sudden Marie Antoinette came in, and I was like, "There's no way she's part of this yet."
Not at all.
Yes,
And,
I mean,
and
you're
then
looking
it
for
was
the
like,
answers in the
"No,
wrong
she
place."
is." And then I started Wikipediaing it, and I was like, "She definitely. These two got married? No, they didn't." And it was like, "Just stop." Yeah,
Well, yeah. Marie
It's AI,
Antoinette
it's
was
AI.
the French Revolution.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the Middle Ages, bro.
Yeah.
I know that. I've been reading a book. I've been following it. It is pretty hard to follow, but I've been trying to follow like ancient. It's a book that follows ancient Greece up all the way through like the Enlightenment, I guess, or like the Industrial Revolution, and it's pretty.
I mean,
it puts me to sleep
yeah, of course.
yeah.
every single night. Yeah,
There's also like ancient history. People don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
They have no idea.
Right.
yeah.
So it's kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Listening about Thomas Aquinas, and I don't know anything
Thomas
about him.
Aquinas rules.
He's pretty sick.
Yeah.
He was the one. Apparently, he took all of the early church had problems with ancient Greek knowledge. So like they'd be doing their thing, and like people would find ancient Greek texts, and the church would be like, "Yeah, this stuff does fucking rule," but they'd be like, "Yo, you can't." So Thomas Aquinas, his whole life was dedicated to like taking Aristotle stuff and then like bringing it into the church.
Yeah, like using it to prove God.
Yeah, exactly.
What was his? He had like 5. I don't know.
5 things you might want to see if you believe it.
Yeah. He was like, check out these 5 awesome things.
Well, that was a heresy. Aristotle was more like, yo, let's just check out stuff, and the church had to be like, don't check out stuff.
Stop checking out stuff.
Don't look at stuff, dude. And
We
like,
tell you about stuff.
Why does this stuff go so fast? And like, don't fucking think about why shit goes so fucking fast, you idiots.
Dude, I always wonder if
Tommy Aquinas opened up the thing for science to happen. Basically, he's like, now this shit rules.
Yeah, but there was also only like 10 people that could write.
Yeah,
I always
it wasn't
wonder
a
if
lot.
those people that were like supposedly great thinkers just had like a smart friend who couldn't read or write, and they just wrote everything down.
No, these dudes are like literally poured over books their entire lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's literally they did
I don't know.
nothing.
You don't think there was just some guy just working in the fields dropping gems?
You're talking about like how you like those apples kind of guys? I would almost assure you that they were more or less like senile at like 25 from some kind of fucked up brain
Hit
disease.
with rocks. Yeah, dude. Everybody got hit with rocks.
Well, dude, even like if you get like fevers really badly, you can get like brain scars easily. So everyone was like kind of fucked up. They're getting like terrible infections and getting like 105 fever, no Tylenol. And you're kind of fried. See, everyone was like severely fucked up probably.
Yeah,
And Tommy Aquinas had read like 4 books and was just like, dudes, I figured it out.
He's like,
Everyone
guys,
had
He's
to
a
be
hungry
brain.
caterpillar. They're like, what? Yeah, I don't know shit about that stuff.
Yeah,
like ancient.
I know it, but I have to be asleep because that's the only time I hear it. I'm
Yeah.
asleep. So if I were to pass out, and you guys were like proud of me, I'd be like 1492 Thomas.
1492. Thomas Aquinas sailed the ocean blue. Discovered books.
But yeah, apparently the Byzantine Empire was actually the reason that the ancient Greek stuff got reincorporated into the Catholic Church, because the Muslims pushed them in and they escaped to like whatever Europe, and they came by and they're like, you guys don't know shit.
yeah.
about
Spain
sacred
was like
stuff.
all Muslim for a while, right?
Yeah, they got in there.
Yeah.
But the boys from Byzantine came back and were like, here's the actual literal translations of
It's
all
because
these
I mean
guys.
the Byzantine Empire is in Greece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they came back and like, here's the real deal, and everyone, oh, this shit is so cool. That's when the bros got into science. They were like, dude, we should be fucking doing experiments. The church went, knock it off. Stop that. And then they went, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're like the EPA guy in Ghostbusters.
They all would do it. They would do these experiments and they turn around and be like, yeah, but this is showing us how cool God is. And the Pope would be like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Made a science project volcano. Just like,
But dude, that would happen.
Baking soda and vinegar.
that's nuts.
Imagine
I
that
haven't
happening.
seen one of those in a while.
That was
When I was a
great.
kid, those fired me up.
You get
Dude.
do you ever get the plastic volcano in the like a cereal box?
But dude, you'd be the Pope and you're
I
like,
did.
this
I
is
went
how
through a lot of cereal boxes.
Mix it.
I always sucked at making those volcanoes.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do? You put like, were they
just- I
too
never-
foamy duds? Or
It was
like-
never like I'd build it. You'd be like, this is going to be fucking nuts.
I actually
just a
won
little
multiple
jizz.
science fairs.
Yeah, you gotta put the red
My
food
neighbor
coloring in
would
it. Yeah.
launch, dude.
Yeah, I
Put a
got
drop of Mentos in it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. We didn't know that. We didn't know that science back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the Dark Ages, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the guys would mix 2 weird ingredients. Then like they'd go to the Pope and be like, yo, this shit created devil foam. And they'd have to be like, the Pope would be like, well, that's reasonable
Bring
explanation.
it to me.
He'd be like, no, I know this. And he'd be like, what the fuck is this,
What are
dude?
they doing?
What the hell's going on?
They have Mentos.
But
There was a
that's-
time where popes were kings a little bit, right?
Yeah, they rose up.
Or were they just funding armies? The proxy wars?
There's a lot of time.
I
What do you
think
mean
they-
proxy wars?
I don't know.
No, they were in control of stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Popes are in control
Certainly.
of stuff. Yeah.
The Holy Roman Empire, right, was just Pope endorsed empire?
No, I mean they got the Pope's endorsement, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Charlemagne was like, gives.
yeah.
You tell everybody I'm God. Kind of.
Yeah, and the Pope had to
And
go.
Napoleon did it. I don't know. Napoleon went down there and said, "Give me that fucking crown, Pope."
Dang.
Yeah,
That makes sense
Napoleon.
though. If you're the king, you're like, yo, fuck the Pope, dude. I'm the head boss.
I think they're making a new Napoleon series.
Really?
Yeah, I think Spielberg's doing it. I'm gonna be pretty excited about that.
Yeah, fucking what's his name's playing him, right?
Who?
John Lovitz.
No. No.
actually a pretty good Napoleon.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Joaquin's playing Napoleon.
Yeah, and they've shot a bunch of. Actually, my buddy has like a rough cut of it.
Really?
Yeah, it's super rough. What?
They can
I
get
don't know.
hunks.
This is
They
the
can get
magic.
tall-ass
This is the
hunks.
magic of cinema. You could have.
Yeah.
You could have John Cena play
He better be small.
Napoleon.
John Cena and Napoleon would be nice.
John Cena's head is fucking insane. Am I the only one who realizes this?
Yeah.
It's such a wild looking fucking head. Dude.
His whole body
got like
is-
hair plugs or
Really?
something.
I mean,
His head is.
Doesn't Cena keep it 100?
Oh,
Doesn't Cena
I
keep it
saw
100
Mark
with
pick it up. You heard Cena talk.
He almost fucking brother. You don't know what you're talking about, brother.
What are you gonna say?
Dude, he does have like hair plugs up front, but like the back, he has like a big bald spot in the back.
He's got a wild looking head.
Yeah, it's too big. It's like weird.
I just saw that rap he did, that freestyle.
Against Vince.
No,
Or
it's against two Mexican dudes.
What are they called? The Mexicools.
The Mexicools?
That's what their tag team was called.
It's awesome.
Super crazy Hoopa Tuka.
He was like, back when Cena was a heel, he was like a white dude that freestyled. And he came in doing a freestyle against Mexicans, and it's vicious, dude. He's like, why don't you go back to fucking Home Depot? And he's like,
What?
He's like, I'm going to starve you like a concentration camp. Like, just
Back in the
saying
day?
crazy shit. Yeah. Now he's on TV like,
Yeah,
Just
don't the
apologize.
roids make your head? You were saying that the roids fucking
Roy's fuck your head
because
up.
they grow your bones.
Yeah.
When you're taking roids, you have to take human growth hormone too, because your muscles get too big for your bones, and your bones will break. So when you're getting big on the roids, you take human growth hormone. It makes your bones grow in proportion to your muscles. So you just become like a freak.
does John Cena even need to be jacked in any of the stuff that he's doing
Yeah,
now?
dude. If he got skinny, it would be. He would
No,
literally,
not if he got skinny, but if he was just a little less jacked,
Nah, but then some other roid head's gonna come and be so much more jacked than you, and it's
and
over.
take over.
You have to be. If you're like a
jack.
jacked guy, professional jacked guy, you're just on roids forever.
He's so fucking funny looking, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's
When dudes get that jacked, it's so fucking
insane.
funny.
crazy.
you're just a cartoon character for your whole life.
It's ridiculous. That other guy, that was the other guy that was in like he was in Green Onion or whatever. What was it, Green Onion?
Dude, doesn't he have
Glass
a fucking
onion.
wild looking
Batista?
head?
Yeah, that's pretty
Kind of
nuts.
weird.
Yes.
Looks
His
like
hair
he-
looks fake for
It
sure.
looks like someone put a bicycle pump in Mark Wahlberg's mouth and blew him up. That's kind of what he looks like. That's exactly what he looks like.
Dude.
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. He's fucked up.
Although,
He's
you got to give him credit. He is the man. Also, jean shorts, rocking jorts, making fun of Mexicans, coming in being like, I'm black. Yeah. That's a crazy character.
I mean, that's pretty tight. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a Stone Cold.
No,
Stone Cold jean
true.
shorts, but
True.
he kept it white as hell.
Do you remember
True.
JBL? John Bradshaw
Yes.
Layfield?
I remember Bradshaw.
That guy was fucking.
Did he
He
have a
came in.
bullwhip?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he would whip dudes.
What?
Yeah.
There was
Every
one
once in a
time he
while.
became like a Wall Street banker and he had a feud with Eddie Guerrero. He was like, I'm going to send you back to Mexico, boy. And he was like, they even did like a bit where he was like border patrol. Like he was on the border patrolling people, sending them back.
And this bit where he separated him from his kids and put his kids in a cage match.
Put his kids in a cage match.
Eddie Guerrero,
His
dude.
kids in some tinfoil blankets.
Sorry you had to deal with that, Eddie Guerrero. We didn't know back then. We hadn't
Passed.
grown as a country.
Eddie's dead, right?
He's dead? No,
Yeah.
he's still on. When is that? When do the Mexicans all come back from the dead?
Dead.
Dias de Muertos.
Muertos,
He'll
yeah.
be back.
Coco.
Keep
Yeah,
his
he's
picture.
in Coco right now.
Keep his picture up.
Choke slamming some fucking kid. Some kid who can see ghosts. Shit, fucking Guerrero breaks into his room.
Oh. Yeah, when's a Mexican wrestler going to be at the top of the pops for the WWE? Has it happened yet?
I think they've.
Did we
Rey
steal
Mysterio
their-
was kind of big for a second.
Well, oh, you're right. Yeah. Did we steal fake like fighting from the Mexicans? Did they invent it? The
I
luchadores?
bet they did not.
Yeah.
It was actually like it started with bodybuilders. They're doing like fighting and stuff in a circus, but then they're like, how do we make this less taxing on our body? And they were like, let's fucking make it.
Bodybuilders were doing fighting in the
Not
circus.
body, but
Is that what
strongman.
you
It was
said?
like dudes who are like fighting in the carnivals and stuff, like
Yeah.
carnival fighters. And
Well, they were wrestling for real?
yeah, but they're like, let's make it easy on ourselves. Let's fucking make spectacles and turn it into a show. And then they
so
started
fake-
incorporating other styles from around the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where was that?
The circus.
That was at the circus.
In the year 1200. That bring me back. It answers your question. This is what happened.
It was at the circus. Ancient times. Circus. This vague bullshit.
Yeah, to answer your question about the Middle East or the Middle
Yeah.
Ages.
I'll tell you all about it.
The Catholic Church actually was what dissolved Rome.
Is it?
Dissolved Rome from the inside, Christianity, yeah.
Who told you that?
Spread out. The book I fall asleep to.
I thought the Vandals.
I think the Vandals had a little to do
Oh,
with
the
it.
Brotherhood. Yeah, but they could have been so much harder to them. Instead, they were like, I don't know exactly how with the Vandals, but I think they were like, I forgive you guys.
Oh, there was a lot of that.
Was there really? I didn't. I was just
No,
kidding.
no, that's actually kind of true. But no, they just spread out so much. They started bringing in all these other tribes and shit.
Yep.
Bringing in all these other cultures.
Showing
Their
the
armies
way.
went from like beast Romans to like half just poor people from the woods.
Yep.
Their armies were softer. They started losing wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like too big. This is what ChatGPT said. It was too big to control
Yep.
Yeah.
one guy. And also the succession plan. Like if you didn't have a good succession plan, like once a king died or something like that, everyone would be like, I don't know that guy money anymore. I don't. The next guy that comes in, I don't know that guy. Anything.
Imagine if you lived 5,000 miles from a guy and you somehow heard he died. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'll wait on that.
Yeah, I'll find out he's heading this way, and I'll spend 2 years building an army before he gets here.
I wish I could have built an army against my credit card that one time. That was so nice.
That'd been
That was
sick.
so nice when they're like, "You owe us money," and I was just like, "I don't think I have to do that."
No.
You know, I didn't. Nothing ever happened.
No, I don't.
I just went like, "No, I'm not paying you guys." I was like, "I don't like the way you guys just like jack rates up," and they were like, "Well, that's our right," and I was like, "Well, it's my right not to pay."
Yeah, and then eventually some other
And
guy buys
literally,
it.
nothing happened.
Yeah,
Nothing happened. They just bothered me, and I was like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it was fine.
I'll just call you for like 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
That's it.
then they give up. They do give up though.
They give up.
Yeah, because they'll be like, well, your credit score is going to be shit, and you're going to be like, I don't have any
care. I
money.
don't
it
care
doesn't
about a
matter.
fucking credit
yeah,
score.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I
well, I've
literally told 'em.
never. Yeah,
At the time I was 23 and I said, guys, after 7 years, my mom told me this all goes away. So I don't even want anything until I'm 30 anyway. And they were like, dude, you can't do that. You're a fucking coward running from your problems. And I was like, later, guys.
Somebody called you a coward?
Yeah, dude.
That's
They
pretty
get,
awesome.
They get nasty. Because they would be like, where do you live? And I would
Fucking
say, I
coward.
live in the fucking woods, dude. Come find me.
Fucking
Well, that's
coward.
probably
They
the-
say you're running from your
Motherfucker.
problems in the woods. And I'd be like, dude, I'll fuck you up.
Yeah, okay, fucking credit card
Dude.
phone guy.
So my-
you
my-
fucking loser.
My cousin told me to tell. My cousin told me
Oh,
to
that guy's
say.
pretty awesome.
Well, my
Call a
cousin-
dude a coward.
Oh, it was
that
dude,
guy's
you
obviously the
can't
man.
run from your problems. My cousin told me if you're getting a bill collector, they have like like there's a lot of call centers in India. So apparently in Florida, outside of like they have a lot of like detox centers down there. A lot of sober heads, newly sober heads, go and work for credit collection agencies. They have they're like near those things. So he was like, if you get a credit collector to start fucking hammer, if you see a Florida number,
Yeah.
just start
Call him
being
a
like,
junkie.
you fucking junkie
Well,
piece
'cause
of shit. You fucking
Yeah, you
junkie. You're not
fucked
gonna
your life
last,
up, dude.
You're not gonna last. Go fucking use, dude.
Kill it, dude.
That's what he said. I was like, that's a
That's
funny
awesome.
thing. I would never do that. I'm like, you fucking weak
You
junkie.
would. You
dude.
would.
How much have you owe your family, dude?
Yeah.
Fucking worried about me.
it is because volume business, right? A guy just buys up a bunch of people's debts,
yeah.
and then it's like call as many of these people
It's
as possible.
pennies on the dollar,
If
yeah.
someone's dumb enough to pay this, then we'll be good.
Yeah, I think you still have a fucking blemish on your credit report. If you pay one of those guys, I think it's not like you're like you spike up to 750.
Yeah, I don't think they're calling. I don't know, whatever.
FICO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, FICO, this guy's good.
he's good.
Boost him back up.
Let him buy that jet ski. FICO, give him a jet ski.
But yeah, the credit card stuff is just
He's
like,
gonna pay $300 a month for 10 years for a jet ski. The interest rate is 97%.
I think the worst thing they can do is literally like take you on Judge Judy. Like I think a credit card company has no. They dudes call you and like, hi, I'm from the legal department. I'm like, a legal department of what? And they're like, we work with the legal department.
The
I'm like,
law.
dude, shut the fuck up.
It's the law.
You're the statue with the blindfold. That's us. It's like, dude, just fuck off.
I do not understand how people like Judge Judy or
Like,
any
you don't
other
think she's
judge.
fair? You don't think she's fair?
No, I fuck her.
You ever watch it? It's
Yes,
pretty fun.
I don't like.
What's your beef with JJ?
Yeah,
I just
mine.
don't like
You're
her.
more of a
I
Mathis
don't,
man.
What?
You're more of a Mathis man?
yeah,
Judge
more of a
Mathis.
Mathis
I'm
guy.
over Joe Brown, man. Joe Brown, give you the business. Is Joe Brown dead? Guy's still going?
Dang.
Guess
I
I'm
think
not
he's
that
on
big
the
of a
Supreme
fan.
Court, actually. I think
He
Judge
did?
Brown is-
Yeah, one of them. Clarence Thomas or Judge Joe Brown. I can never tell them apart.
I just know someone's getting some Texas justice down there.
Someone's getting some justice, dude. Well, that should be the new Supreme Court. Just all the TV judges. They'd be getting it done.
Dude,
They would.
yeah, I just hate every.
We might have abortion back. Remember when you cried when they overturned Roe v. Wade? Dude, when they overturned Roe v. Wade, I came into Chris's room and he was under his bed. And I was like, Chris, you want to get coffee? He was like, get out of my room.
It's always net negative coming on this podcast. dude. It's always-
No, you
way.
cried during
It's
Roe v.
always-
Wade.
yeah. I wept.
not true.
I don't even know when that happened.
Roe v. Wade got overturned?
Yeah.
Might have blacked it out.
I don't really. Yeah,
I don't even.
you were drinking pretty hard during Roe v. Wade.
No,
you
that's
took to
every.
the bottle. You took to the bottle. You started crying. You were like, "I need wine."
No, that's every article is like that. The Supreme Court has passed X. The House has passed X.
You gotta stay
and then
up-
you
I stay
click
up
on
on
the
all of it.
article, and they're like, "Well, now it has to go through this other process.
Me
and
and
it
Matt will
hasn't
explain
happened
it to you,
yet."
don't worry. I read all those.
That's every article is just an extreme event has happened, and then you click on it. It's like, well, it hasn't happened yet. It
No,
actually has to go through a
They
thing
fuck
where
you with the science.
It's not
news.
going to change.
Dude, the science
Yeah.
news is bullshit.
Yeah.
astronomers found a new black hole, and they predicted
And
the
it's gonna
speed of
get
light. And you
us.
read it, and they're just like, "Well, we don't know," and you're just like, "Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't fuck with me.
yeah.
Don't play with me."
The
right
worst
now.
was
Don't
when
fucking play
they
games.
gave like a
not play
23-year-old
games.
girl credit for like taking a picture of a black hole. Do you remember that?
No,
And then you
I'd like
looked
to take a
into it,
picture
and
of
she
her
was
black
just
hole,
like
dude.
she
she was there. What'd you say?
I want to take a picture of her black hole, dude.
I love it. Her gaping fucking. I'd love to hear the sound emitting from her gaping hole.
I love to have my hand disappear, dude. It's dematerialized.
What happened? There was just a girl that was there, and they were like, "We're gonna."
She was
name
just
it."
part of the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
That was the whole
like-
story. There was a girl there.
There was just one girl there who like wrote a little report
Yeah.
on it. It was part of a
Really?
group of like 500 people that were like putting it through some algorithm to try to get the image.
Did they get the pic or no?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Stupid.
It's like a fucking stupid thing.
It's the blurry kind of
crap.
orangey donut.
Yeah, man. They hit you with the Bigfoot stuff, and it's like, dude, it's like CERN is like a $7 trillion center.
yeah.
It's like, here's a pixelated picture, and you're like, dudes, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
That's
What?
it?
That's
Sick.
pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it kind of looks
Yeah,
cool.
it's
as
pretty
fuck.
cool.
Oh, that's worth billions of dollars. Actually.
Looks like a cool cat's
Can
eye.
Can I make a cool background out of that? Worth it.
Yeah,
worth it.
That's all we need.
Worth it,
We
yeah.
need wallpaper for our cell phones. Keep it up, scientists. You fucking losers.
Damn, we're losing faith in all
I
of
hate
our
space. You
institutions.
used to love space.
I do love
Remember when you
space.
loved Elon Musk? Now you're a Democrat. You're not allowed to
I
love
like
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk.
You're not allowed to like him anymore.
Why not?
Your political party says he's bad.
I like him. That actually.
What about his
That
Twitter?
was the
What about
beginning.
Musk's
That was
Twitter?
the beginning. What?
What about his Twitter? Allowing hate speech. He actually agreed with Scott. He said Scott Adams' thing. He said something pro
Chris
Scott
said
Adams. No.
No, he
Elon.
supported Scott.
Chris O'Clotter.
Good Christ.
No, dude.
Elon did support Scott, dude.
What did he say?
He said the media is actually racist against white and Asians peoples. That's what he said.
Scott said that, and then
No,
Elon.
that's what Elon said.
So the media is racist against whites and Asians. Yeah, sorry, Asians, you're in this with us right now. You guys
Elon
shouldn't
Musk-
have worked so hard.
Yeah, you worked your way to you're with us, dude. Welcome to the big leagues. It's tough up here. Purified air. Purified might not.
Rarefied
be
air.
Rarefied.
Also, probably,
Well,
HEPA filters are bound.
purified was yeah.
Oh, it's a thing. That's your problem. You know too much about history.
Oh yeah.
You know too much. I hear that and I go, yeah, HEPA filters. You go, no, there's actually a deeper connotation. And I go, hold on, let me fall asleep and see if I can remember this shit.
Aryan race, pure blood.
Yeah, that was their thing. Man, that stunk. What if they had 23andMe
Look
back
at me,
then?
dude. Pure.
Pure as hell.
The master race. It's me, the master race. I'm here. Jews. I'm the best. Ask me anything. I'm ChatGPT. Marie Antoinette. That's enough questions for
Marie
now.
Antoinette married Charlemagne.
That's enough
That
for
didn't
now.
happen. Stop.
Beat it, nerd.
Some guy just typing on the other end like,
Yeah, it's just a guy. ChatGPT is definitely just a guy.
It is fun because you can ask it to write scripts in people's voices.
mm-hmm.
You
It
know what I
wouldn't do
mean?
Shane, I saw.
Well, no, yeah, it wouldn't.
Would
Yeah.
not do Shane.
Because I am hate speech. Even this computers know.
It can't
You
touch
just
it.
put more into the algorithm
Too
too.
hot to handle.
You just said I'm the master race.
I am the
ChatGPT
master
was like,
race.
dude, come on, man.
ChatGPT doesn't understand
We're
irony.
trying. I think everyone's done with the master race stuff. I think. I've been getting into.
There's boys kicking around,
Yeah, I know,
dude.
I know.
There's a lot of boys.
If you watch that Clot video, there's I think I saw Clot. The Scott Adams video, there's bros in the comments like getting fired up.
Oh man.
Literally no contact. They just go, 50% of black people say it's not okay to be white. That's all I need to know. And they disappear off into whatever fucking they're going off to do. And you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know
what
the
do you-
movement's not going well when you're rallying around
Yeah.
Dilbert.
Let's
Yeah.
take that piece of information to Wawa with us.
Yeah.
50% of black people don't like me. Fine. I need to go get coffee at Wawa. There's one of those sons of bitches now that Dilbert was talking about.
He's behind the counter. He's like, this guy thinks he's getting extra mayo. No fucking way, dude. I'm gonna skis sandwich gonna be dry as hell. I know they hate that.
That's a dry ass sandwich. Then that guy goes home and they're like, "Do you think it's okay to be white?" He's like, "No, motherfucker, a dry ass sandwich."
Yeah, it was. I was
Vicious
crazy.
cycle.
It was crazy that like he was like trying to go through like world viral statistics of like the pandemic, and like he was like, guys, you don't understand. I'm behind the scenes. I'm crunching the numbers. And he saw one survey of 1,000 people and was like, "Well, guys, I give up. Black people are ridiculous." And it was just like, dude, I'm telling you, it's a play. It's definitely a play, and he's going to do. He was like, "You guys don't understand the data behind the vaccine." Now he's just like, "Bro, black people stink." And you're like, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?" He's courting.
He's trying to reset the table.
He's courting. I'm telling you, man, he's courting the darkest corners of the internet. And he has no idea what he summoned, and he's about to find out, and they're going to just annihilate him. They're going to keep fucking with him. He has no clue. He has no clue. He just summoned 4. So he's now 4chan's like focused target. Like they're like, this is so funny watching this guy lose his mind.
Watching Dilbert lose his mind.
And there's like a hive mind collective of people just fucking with
And that
this
guy could have just shut the fuck up. He could have had a decent life. He made Dilbert.
He was
He's
syndicated.
probably making so much money off that dumb shit.
Dude, ridiculous.
You can
amounts.
say that stuff. You can say, "I'm done with black people." You just say it. Don't do it on a camera.
Yeah.
Dilbert, you're 66 or however old you are. Sit in your fucking big ass house and go, "Well, that's it. I'm done with black people." And say it to no one. It'll echo in your mansion. Now he's on fucking Facebook Live. Like, get away from these motherfuckers. No, Dilbert. Dilbert. It's so funny.
He's such a
It's
comment.
so funny. It's Dilbert. I know. You couldn't think of a funnier, like, if you had to pick a guy to be melting down, you're like, I don't know, what's the funniest thing possible? The guy who came up with Dilbert?
You see the view counts are like 20,000.
Yeah, the Where's Waldo guy
13.
just called someone the N-word. It's like, perfect. Perfect. That's funny.
Gary Larson from The Far Side questioned the Holocaust numbers.
He makes a cartoon. 2 cows. The smokestack seemed kind of small.
Yeah, he blew it, man. But dude, you look at that video, it's like 400,000 views.
All for the views.
He went on Hotep Jesus. He also claims that he's like, the whole video, he's like, I've been helping the black community my whole life. He's like, and all they do is call me racist. It's like, wow, I don't think that any one of them knew you until then.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're just like,
I don't know. Dilbert's big in the hood.
Is Dilbert big in the hood?
He's certified.
Is that his G-Pass?
If Clyde Adams goes to the hood, he's got a big time G-Pass, dude. Where's he from?
Where? He actually
not
ran
far
into
from here.
problems with affirmative action way
It's like
back
an hour
when.
and a half, 2 hours.
He was like a corporate bigwig. He wanted to be like a corporate bigwig, and that was like the early 90s when they started doing affirmative action. He's on record being like, they fucked me.
Oh, okay. So he didn't get into art school. He had one of those origin stories.
Something like that. But he wanted to be like a business guy. Then he started doing
Adolf origin story.
Yeah, and he started going, they
Bernie
fucked
Adolf.
me. And he started the thing like, he was like, I love Trump's persuasion. And then, finally he just went, I can't hide. I'm coming out.
It's time for me to tell everybody how I really feel.
Dude, it's you watching, you go like, Jesus, man. He's like, Don Lemon said it himself. You don't deal with problems when you live around white people. And it's like, that's Don's words, not mine.
Oh, yeah. Don had you see that Don Lemon clip from 2013?
Nah. Why did he do that?
That was 2013. You were allowed to go wild.
Yeah, I guess so.
2013, you were allowed to say pull up. That was literally what he said.
Yeah,
Don Lemon went on CNN.
Someone probably called him like a gay ass bull.
Oh,
Someone probably called him a gay ass
black people
bull.
bullied the fuck out of Don Lemon. You didn't see this? He was on your.
He said, "Pull up your
He was on
pants."
the Chris News Network. He was on CNN, and he literally was like, 5 things black people need to do. 1, pull up your fucking pants. Like, it was crazy. Stop fucking littering. That was like number 2.
Well, how long has he been on CNN for?
I don't know.
That might have been when he got the signing bonus, dude. He
That
probably got
was
the
a
signing
big-
bonus.
he was
Like,
like,
guys, let me tell you
he
something.
hit the Dilbert button. He hit the Nas, dude. Time to fucking launch. It's time. 5 years later, he's on TV crying.
Yeah,
Black
dude.
people. Like, dude, fucking, we saw what you said.
So he did that?
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah. That was probably right around when he was getting accused of sexually assaulting that waiter.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't know Don. Dude, these are
Don
your guys.
Lemon. It was Don Lemon,
Dude,
dude.
Don Lemon.
I don't think I've watched a minute of Don Lemon.
Don Lemon got in there, wiped his nuts on a waiter.
Yeah. Literally, he goes, I'll have a hot dog, actually. Like, I'm in the mood for a hot dog now. Grab the bees, bro. The Frank
Waiter
and
came
beans.
over. Was like, yeah. He was like, here's today's orders. He was like, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go with a fucking hot dog. Dude. That's so funny. How have I never heard that? That's so funny. Did you just come up with that? That's great. Grabbing a guy's dick and be like, let me get that hot dog.
I didn't know it was a waiter. He grabbed
I'm
his
gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life. I love grabbing dicks. It's so funny. Walking by someone, give them a little. Boop. See that?
Yeah, he's like, yo, what are you hungry for, man? I don't know.
I'll tell you what I'm hungry for. I haven't had a hot dog in a while. Let me see that.
Oh, dude. You get a cocktail weenie, dude. Fucking
Little cocktail. Oh fuck!
come up with plans to grab your friend's dicks is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, how are you gonna do it? Put your own flair on it.
I'll never get past horse bit me. Horse bit me.
It's
See where
pretty
the horse
good.
bit me was unbelievable. I can't believe my dad did
It's a
that to
Statue
me.
of Liberty play.
It really is. It's a Statue of Liberty. It's Boise State. It's Boise State, Oklahoma.
Oh my god! I mean, dude, that's
That's a good one. That's a nice little one.
that's
Statue of
uncharted
Liberty.
YouTube territory. There's like the video.
Funny ways to grab dicks.
Well, I'm saying
You
grab.
should do it like a karate, like an 80s, 90s karate style infomercial. You know what I mean? Where there's like the guy like teaching how to do karate. You can be like, this move.
like Rex Kwando.
Yeah, Rex Kwando guy's balls.
I'm thinking about a dude going and grabbing dicks in the hood, dude. That's the most dangerous game.
I think about it every time we bring this up. I think about when I did that to Courtney and he socked me in the dick as hard as he could, dude. No hesitation. I went, Courtney, you see where the horse bit me? He went, just punched me in the dick, dude. Yeah, you can't grab the fellas.
Why is that?
Because Dilbert's right. Just get away from these guys. They don't even like fooling around.
Look, grab their dicks and run, dude.
Grab their dicks and run as
And
fast
far
as you
away.
can.
You tried to
can't
grab a black guy's dick.
You
got
said, why
punched.
can't I go grab dicks in the
Just
hood,
like-
dude?
yeah.
You're crazy? Of course you can, dude. If you went in the hood and started grabbing
Neighborhoods
dicks,
aren't safe.
dude, you would die.
It's not safe.
What do you say?
The neighborhoods aren't safe.
Dude, you walk in the hood, you're like, yeah, I'm opening up like a cupcake shop. Beat the shit out of you, dude. You crazy?
Yeah, I was thinking open up a hot dog cart around here. When you grab it, yeah. If it's an Arab, you gotta go a little hole.
Yeah, man, that's a real cool bubble coat. Let me sip that down. Dude, you would get killed.
You get killed, dude. I mean, if you hit, yeah, most our age white dudes would laugh. A lot of them. But you head into the Elks. You head into the Elks, start opening a hot dog stand. Those boys would try to fight you.
Hey, this guy tried to grab my stuff.
Fucking queer. You fucking queer.
Dude, imagine there's still beer foam on their lips and you fucking go for a hot dog. I'd be like,
Steelers Ravens on. It's fucking 1:30 on a Sunday. Just
you go in there and yank every chain and run out. Can you escape?
You can pull some bells. Hunchback of Notre Dame, some bells, dude.
I'd rather VFW yanks.
Just pull us.
Oh, yeah, but dude, they would form up and like two of them would block the door. You'd have two dudes in Baltimore Ravens.
Call the police. Call the police.
There's a goddamn queer in here.
He yanked me.
Yeah, old white dudes would spaz just as hard as black
Oh,
dudes.
yeah.
They would use all their powers to
Big
try
time.
to stop you.
Big time. There are two dudes that block the doors. You have two like big fat dudes just fucking like, you're not getting out of here,
Yeah.
dude. Fuck down. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
What are you on, fucking weed?
Guy's on fucking drugs.
Yeah, they would not like that at all.
Damn, how
Don't
many
even
dudes?
think about that.
How many dudes do you think have hooked up at the Elks, or have you, like just? It has to have happened.
It's got to be two dudes a year. Two dudes a year at
Yeah,
least.
2 dudes a year got shit faced, and they're just like,
Kissed at the Elks. No, they got the ring cam in there.
they all have the ring cam. Every Elks member.
Yeah.
It's got to happen
It's
at
a
least
chess
at every
game.
Elks. It's got to be. You think it's like a generational thing, or it's just like at least like once a year?
Like once a
two
year,
dudes?
2 dudes just fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Have to.
Probably. You should
Throughout
ask
all the-
next time you're
all
there.
the Elks.
Just be like, yo, for
Have
real.
dudes fucked.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Come on. I don't do that stuff here. This isn't New York. It's all those weirdos you hang out with. That Chris O'Connor. You guys are weird. Live together. You guys are weird.
It is. I do like thinking about dudes that age just repressing fucking homosexual urges, just fucking like.
Dude, their minds, everybody's mind. You think of everybody thinks of crazy, terrible things.
But they have to go like
But all those, like comics, not just comics, but us as friends. Like, if you think of something, if you think of yanking guys' dicks at the Elks, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Those dudes think these thoughts and just go.
Oh, it's just another picture of Coors Light. You're like, let me get my brain eraser.
Gotta wet my whistle. Gotta repress
parched.
whatever that was.
Yeah. It's going like, yeah, these guys are looking pretty good this year.
I bet that's the gossip at the Elks is who's fucked. I bet it is.
No, they
I
don't
bet-
gossip about that, dude.
You don't think they gossip? I bet it's.
There's you're
a
okay. So
knitting
there's definitely
circle.
like,
If
that
there's a
guy's
gay
a little,
guy?
that guy's a little
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
There's some guys that are funny. There's a funny guy at the Elks.
Yeah.
I've seen the funny guy. And there's some chatter. I've heard some. I've actually literally heard this chatter.
Yeah.
And almost exactly what Matt said. They're like, yeah, that guy's he's a little funny. That guy, he's weird.
They're just picturing fucking blowing him the whole time. They're like,
Just imagine.
tell you what, man, these fucking caravans, they're just fucking.
keep that guy away from me. Or I will
Fucking
suck
Biden,
his
he doesn't
dick.
know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know his ass from his fucking elbow.
He doesn't know his fucking dick from my mouth. He's like,
Son of a bitch.
I can't stop thinking about blowing Biden, dude. So blow Biden. Pee on my new blanket my wife got. At Boscov's.
We should switch.
Yeah.
And keep this momentum rolling.
We're
We
an hour,
found a
right?
nice sweet spot.
We
I
did.
haven't had this much fun goofing off in a while.
It's been
Sweating
nice.
my ass
You're sweating?
Yeah.
Chris O'Connor, where's your show dates?
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Kiss man.
Cincinnati, March 7th. Indianapolis, March 8th. St. Louis, March 9th.
Damn. Off the dome?
Yeah. And then,
You're with me this weekend.
this weekend, Des Moines,
Pump it up.
March
Come see me and Kiss.
4th.
Me, Kiss, and Beezer
Minneapolis,
in
March 5th.
Iowa and
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
We got old Bridgeport, Connecticut, March 16th through the 18th, and New Brunswick, New Jersey, March 30th. They're my two. I'm pumping up. Boston's looking strong. I'm like surprised.
Nice. What are you doing? Laugh Boston?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That'll
That'll be great.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, you look at it. I'm looking at my tickets right here. I'm
Boston.
saying, oh no,
Boston's
what
a
the
great
hell?
town.
And you go, wow, that's nice. There's guys like me there.
Also, if you ever see a ticket that's more than fucking $45, it's a scalped ticket. Please stop reaching out to me.
Are you getting attacked for the scalp?
Yeah, they're like, what do you think? You're fucking big time? You're selling tickets for $300? It's like, no, obviously, I would never do that.
Who the hell's reaching out to you about that?
You know,
Yeah.
fucking maniacs, all those fucking funny guys
That's crazy.
coming in, yanking my balls and running away.
Oh yeah, it's like don't get it. But yeah, that. I mean, $300.
It really sucks.
You should sell them for $300.
Yeah. No, it really. Yeah, you sound like my agent. 35 and 45 so low. It's like, no.
Yeah, no, you'll never
enough.
get the credit for that either.
enough.
You'll never get the credit.
Never will get credit.
No
for
one
that.
ever. They don't think
cares.
about it. They don't think about it.
No one cares. I was like, what's the lowest people sell tickets for that are doing theaters like this? I want to be the lowest.
If I
No
know
one
I'm
gives a
going to
fuck.
theater and someone hits me at $40, I'm going, nice. In my head, I'm going, it's going to be $80.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
If I go to a theater, I don't know. If I go in there, I'm like, there's a part of my head that's like, you piece of shit.
Maybe
man.
I'm dumb.
I assume the fees are going to be like $45 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I am dumb.
People's champ. People's champ.
Yeah, but no one cares.
They
No one
don't.
even
They
realizes.
don't care.
Yeah.
You could
No
double
one
your net
realizes.
worth now
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
have 10 dudes be like, you piece of shit,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, but yeah, the
90%
scalping
of
shit.
people
It is
haven't
nice.
The
It's a nice
scalping
sentiment.
shit sucks.
Yeah, well, they buy up bunches of tickets.
They buy a bunch of tickets. Yeah, and no one cares. No one's making. Ticketmaster's making
Probably
money
your
off
agents.
of it.
Probably your agents.
Maybe. Because there's a thing you can do where I would get that money. There's like a thing with Ticketmaster as the artist. You can do this thing where whatever the ticket sales are, you actually get that money. Mm-hmm. And they keep trying to get me to sign up for it. I'm like, no,
I see
I
what
will
you're
not be a part of this.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? Who cares? They're spending the money either way. It might as well go to you.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
I have principles.
You do have
And then
you're a principal
everyone's
man.
and then everyone's calling me a dumbass.
No.
Everyone
Yo,
is. The
principles
fans
are
are
good.
saying you fucking dumbass.
That's how
And then-
fucking villains are made, dude.
And then my agents are going, you dumbass.
No.
all
have
around.
principles. I need to get some.
You need some principles.
I'll
I'll tell you
desperate.
why.
I'm desperate for principles.
You know what a nice principle is? Admitting when you're wrong. Hot dog.
Cut that out.
Join the Patreon.
Oh, dude, we might do the history too.
Oh,
we got a
in the
little
Patreon.
crusades.
In the Patreon, Matt's prepared a nice little history lesson for us.
Yep, Fall of Jerusalem.
Oh, Lemaire, yes.
Get up in there, Lemaire.
You guys know March 2nd, March 3rd, March 4th. If you're in Virginia, I'll be around there. Yeah, please come through.
Say it faster. Say it faster so less people can understand you. What was it?
If you guys are around March 2nd in Virginia, Blacksburg, Virginia, March 3rd in Portsmouth, or March 4th in Richmond.
Nice.
Come through, yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And Guard Dog, you just started a new podcast, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah, everybody check out Guard
I have
Dog's
a
new podcast.
The show at the stand tomorrow. Please come to that.
What's the name of your podcast?
The super ultimate audio visual experience.
That's good.
It's a thrill.
It's a thrill.
I'm gonna see. I'm signing up for the page right now.
I already,
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
I think I did. I think you and me have the same Patreon. We're signed
Yeah,
up.
we're on like a PayPal deal
Yeah,
or something.
we're
yeah.
signed up on his.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yo, send me the link, dude.
Goodbye. Join our
Goodbye.
Patreon and listen to
Sayonara.
Matt.